What up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. What up, Jeff? What up, Thomas? Troy, Jesse, Jeff and Jeff. What up, everybody? What up, David? Alright, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good week. I've been traveling all over the place. Glad to be home. Cheers. What up, Francis? Alright. I'm going to bring you guys on camera here. Got a couple brewskis from Trogs. Got a little haze charmer. And I've got a Troganator. Alright, so a couple Trogs brews in the house. Put the haze charmer in the full body sleeve. Yeah, maybe. Alright. Here's to everybody out there. Alright. So, as long as you bought 5 or more spots, always going to get something in the break room. Tonight, 5 or more spots is going to get you a pack of Score 2025 football, a pack of National Hockey Card Day 2012 from Upper Deck, an Opening Day Topps pack from 2021, a Hobby Topps NBL pack 22-23, and an NBA Hoops 2023-2020 or 2024-2025 pack. That's if you buy 5 or more spots tonight. Alright? If you are sitting back and enjoying it and grab 10 or more spots, you're going to get upgraded to a Jumbo 2023 Chronicles Draft Picks pack, one of those Hobby NBL packs, a Donruss 2025 Baseball Gravity pack, a National Hockey Card pack from Upper Deck 2025, and some Topps Chrome Basketball 2024-2025 cards. Alright, so as long as you buy 5 or more spots, as always, something is guaranteed to come your way. Alright, got some good stuff out there. What up, David? One of those beers on the giveaway. That'd be good. That would be delightful. They're in my giveaway. For me, that's the only thing I win all night. Alright. Are there any spots remaining? Alright, there are just a few. Let me see real quick how many are left. I don't think there's a whole lot. Let me just see real quick. There are... Alright, so there's just spots in one break, or one thing available. So here's the upcoming schedule. So here we are, we're breaking tonight. We'll be breaking next Friday, and we'll be breaking the Friday after that. So just on Fridays, the rest of January, as mentioned previously, due to travel and then a whole bunch of birthdays coming up here in my family. Literally everybody's birthday will be in the next couple weeks, so it's kind of crazy with birthdays here. Alright, so everything else you can see is sold out tonight through either eBay or the site, except the random grab bag break. Alright, so the random grab bag break, there are several spots here from valued up to $60. So you could get, one person is guaranteed to get a Gold Rush Multi-Sport Value Pack, which is going to have 3 cards. which could have some insane hits. You can see this auto patch card of Aaron Judge. You can see an dual auto of Jordan Love, Justin Herbie there. Rookie autos of Griffey and Giannis, Josh Allen. So some insane potential. One person's going to automatically get one of these packs. So that's guaranteed to go to one person, one pack of those cards. Another two people are going to get a guaranteed autographed 8x10 photo. Alright, so another autographed two 8x10 photos. We're going to do a mini helmet hockey break tonight for the hit from Hit Parade. The only way you can get a spot in that is you'll get a random team spot potentially from this grab bag as well. We have a mini helmet divisional spot of the NFC South, the mini full-size basketball divisional spot, the Southeast, 3 Funko spots, and 3 the national spots, all in here, and you're guaranteed to get a spot for just $13. So really good value there for you guys. So if you're interested in jumping in on that, that's all that is left. Last I checked, there was like 15 spots, which is not a whole lot when you think about everything that's left with that, and it's only $13 a spot. All right, give me 42 seconds. I just want to go in and update something on the site real quick, and then we'll go in and we'll start with our first break of the evening. All right, so it's actually the first break of the evening will be the one you guys see right here. It is a full-size, obviously, Gold Rush football jersey, Series 3 football jersey. Everybody out there, I'm going to have you in the chat give me give me 2 NFL teams. 2 NFL teams on one line. 2 NFL teams on one line. If it comes out of the jersey we use, which will either be box 5 or 6, you will get a chance here at a box of mystery. Alright, so go ahead and put those in, and then give me a moment to just update the site real quick. Alright, just finishing putting that on the site right now. Alright, perfect. All set. And not a whole lot left. There are only 6 spots left now in the grab bag. So just a heads up, 6 spots left in the grab bag. Alright, at this point, what we're going to do, we're going to go in, use random.org. If you're new here, welcome. And we're going to figure out which jersey we're going to use. Alright, so which jersey. Alright, so we go in, we use random.org, we hit the list randomizer, and we just have 5 and 6. 5 is our placeholder. So we're going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 5, the one that's out there is the one we're going to roll with. I'm going to put some gloves on, and I'm going to read off the names while I do that. Alright, guys. And then last call on the guesses. You're giving me 2 NFL teams on one line. If the team you give me comes out of the box here, you'll get a chance here at a box of mystery. And Jake. I have to make sure Jake is here, because Jake is a big helping hand in a box of mystery, but I have to wait till Jake's here for that. Alright, so David, you have the Cardinals and the Falcons. Mario's got the Ravens. Mike has the Buffalo Bills. Barbara's got the Carolina Panthers. Troy's got the Bears. Bryce has the Bungles. David with the Brownies. Rick in the house here with the boys. Bryce with the Broncos. David with the Lions. Rick has the Pack Attack. Vernon in the house with the Texans. David with the Colts. William's got the Jags and the Chiefs. David with the Raiders. Rick has the Chargers and the Rams. David with the Dolphins. Roman's on top of the world with the Vikings and the Pats. David's got the Saints. Mario with the Giants. David's got the Jets. Arthur's got the Eagles. Craig's got the Steelers. Mario with the Niners. Arthur with the Seahawks. Rick's got the Bucks. David with the Titans. And Jeff is sitting on the commode. Alright, I'm hearing that Jake is in the house. Alright, Jake, I have your giveaways. has some fun tonight. Alright guys, no more guesses here. Alright, first break of the night. Gold Rush Box 5. We got a Good Luck Football winner duck out here. Quack, quack. Box 5. Box 5. So secondary seal's going to be under there. We're going to give this a cut and see what we got underneath. Alright, so secondary seal. A little slice. Now time for the good stuff. I see a 2. I see a 2. I see a 3. I see from the Indianapolis Colts. Look at that. We have running back Edgerrin James. Edgerrin James. David in the house. David, nice hit right there off the bat with the Hall of Fame running back from the Colts. Beckett authenticated the edge. Edgerrin James. All right, David. Nice hit right there. The Colts. Excuse me. All right, Edgerrin James, Colts for the guess. All right, Francis has the Colts. I could be wrong, but I think Francis could be the only correct guess so far tonight. Alright, I could be wrong, but I think Francis is the only correct guess so far. Alright, Francis, you're going to have a chance here at something monstrous. Alright, Francis. I'm getting together your boxes of mystery. Alright, your boxes of mystery are getting put together right here. Like I said, chance for a huge, huge hit. Alright, we have a golden box, we have a silver box, and we have flowers. Before you pick it, there is a George Kittle Beckett authenticated 8x10 photo that could be yours, correct? If you guess correctly which one of these has a Dad Breaks koozie in it. Alright, Dad Breaks koozie. If you can guess correctly, which, again, the George Kittle is a gift. This is a big night. Gift courtesy of our main man tonight, Jake. Thank you, Jake. Alright. Will it be in the golden box? The silver? Or the flowers? Alright, Francis is going silver. Alright, Francis, let's check out the golden egg. The golden egg had the... Give me a second here. Can't do this without doing it correctly for you. The golden egg had the whammy. Inside of this whammy was your very own toy box. Micro toy box, no less. Alright, micro toy box. Alright, so no micro, world's smallest item. Then you passed up on the big time hit potential, the Dad Bright koozie for the George Kittle autograph photo. So we missed out on that one for now. All right. That means you have the silver. All right, Francis, let's see what's coming out of silver. We have a pack of Score 2022 football. All right, Score football 2022. Let's see what you're pulling. James Conner, Ty Conklin, Debo. There's a Xavier Howard, Mark Gastineau, Jonathan Taylor, Leonard Fournette, Matt Corral, Fidian Mathis. It's a nice wide receiver, Wan'Dale Robinson. First ballot Hall of Famer, Peyton. And Mac Jones doing his celebration. All right, Francis, those cards coming your way. Congrats. Alright, guys, give me a moment. I want to see how many spots we have left here. Alright, we have just 5 spots remaining tonight, guys. 5 spots remaining in our grab bags. If you're hoping to grab a grab bag spot or any spot tonight before the night ends, there's only a few left. There's only 5 spots remaining in that. I am going to go in right now and just get caught up on the spots that we haven't put in. And while I do that, give me a second, I will get started on our divisional breaks. Alright, so I'm just going to load these all in there. And as I do that, I'll put on the screen a lot of divisional breaks tonight. We are going to do, well, you know what? We can't do this because I have those spots for, you know what? We'll do the full-size football. Full-size football. We'll start with this one right here. We'll do this one, and then we'll go down here, and then we'll skip the 2 that we have to do in a little bit. We'll skip those 2 for now. With the but we'll do the full-size football. So we only have one up here. Let me grab the full-size football that we'll be using. It's this guy right here, not numbered because we did a left or right situation last time. We know we're using this, so we're gonna skip the mini helmet for now. Just a heads up on that. All right. So go ahead in the chat, give me one NFL division, and while you guys do that, I'm gonna just get caught up on some of the spots that were purchased on our way in. Alright, so Thomas has a grab bag spot. Stacy's got a grab bag spot. Caden's got a couple grab baggers. Chris has got 5 of them. We have Jesse with a grab bag spot. Remember, you're giving me an NFL division here. Jeff has 2 grab bags. George has 3. 1, 2, and 3. Jake has 3. Andrew has a grab bag. Alright, that's where we pick up. Alright, so just 5 grab bag spots remaining tonight, guys. Just 5, and those are the last spots that do remain. Alright, so we're doing the full-size football. Alright, in this break, we've got Jeff with the AFC East, David the AFC North, Paul the AFC South, Thomas the AFC West, Daniel's got the NFC East, Chad's got the NFC North, David has the NFC South, Rick has the NFC West. Alright, guys, I'm calling it here. No more guesses. And at the end of these divisional breaks, including the 2 we'll add here in a little while, we're going to go in and we're going to have 4 people get a box of mystery, and there'll be 5 boxes out there. Alright, guys. No more guesses. No more guesses. Like I said, this was the left or right one from the last time, so we're just going to use this, pick up where we left off. Full-size football. Quack, quack. Alright. Let's give this a cut on this side. One more on that side. Give it a pop up. Alright, is a Wilson football. No team on this. Alright, number 5. Oh, I do know this signature. Alright, this is a San Francisco 49er quarterback here. That is a 49ers quarterback, I think. I'll look this up. I think it's Jeff Garcia. This would be NFC West if it is Jeff Garcia. That's who I think it is. I will double check here on JSA, but if it is who I think it is, it's going to go out to Rick. Rick with the NFC West. But let me double check. Unofficially, Rick. We'll try to word it like that. Alright. WIT 629769. It is Jeff Garcia, so this is a 49er hit. NFC West. Rick, congratulations. A little Jeff Garcia love. Alright, Mr. Rick Johnson. That is Belker 1. We have a couple of Rick JOs tonight, so just make sure we have that clarified by putting a little more info out on that. Alright, congrats. And that is AFC 1. Alright, Jeff Garcia. Alright, NFC West for the guesses. Alright, I got Andrew with the correct guess. Daniel's got the correct guess. Kyle Stow with the correct guess. Alright, those are the only 3 that I see. Did I miss anybody? I'm going to repeat the 3 names I saw. Andrew, Daniel, and Kyle Stow. I know it's not Stow, but that's what I go with. Alright. We're going to do the baseball jersey. Baseball jersey. That's also just one up here. It's going to be the one that you see right here. This was box 5. Box 5. So go ahead, put your guesses in there for that one. Box 5, which is the one that's out here right now. And it looks like we now just have 4 spots remaining in that break tonight, guys. Just 4 spots remaining in our grab bag. Thank you, David. Alright, guys. Last call on those baseball divisional guesses. We have David with the AL East and the AL Central. Paul, the AL West. Daniel's got the NL East. Rick's got the NL Central. And Zach has the NL West. Alright, guys. No more guesses here. Candace, I got you. You don't want it to be Central. Everything else. No, I got you. You're good. Jones and Daniel, you're in. Andrew's in. Alright, here we go. Quack, quack. Box 5. Box 5. There's our seal. The main deal. The real deal. We're going to give it a cut across. Box 5. We have a National League pitcher. National League. We've had a run on National League here, that's for sure. Alright. National League pitcher, Hall of Famer, Tom Glavine. Tom Glavine from the Atlanta Braves. Tom Glavine. And that is going to be a JSA authentication. Tom Glavine, the left-hander. All right, Daniel. Congrats. All right, NL East. All right, George got you in there. Mike, I have you in there. Mike / Charlene is in there. Alright, that's everybody that I saw. George, Mike Widows, and Mike Anderson / Charlene. Alright, guys, congratulations. Tom Glavine. Alright. 3 boxes open, 2 Hall of Famers, and 1 guy that threw a lot of touchdowns to a Hall of Famer in Terrell Owens. Alright, we're going to do the 16 by 20 here, the 16 by 20 and the 8 by 10. Alright, 16 by 20 and 8 by 10. And there are just 3 spots remaining in that grab bag. So just 3 now. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. I've got you in there. Alright. We know for a fact we are going to be using this photo. This is box number 1. Saving 1 for last, apparently. Alright, box 1 is going to be used. What we don't know is what 8 by 10 will be pairing it with. We have every number in here but the number 5. Every number but 5, it looks like. Let me just make sure. Yep, there are 9 in there. Alright, let me figure out which 8 by 10 will be joining box 1. Alright, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 10. Alright, guys, let me go in. Let's show you box number 10. Alright, let me cross out on this box 10. And, oh, there we go. Box 10. Alright. Let's call in the guesses here. We have Zach with the active and retired baseball. Mark has active football. Michael Motorcycle has retired football and both sides of the basketball equation. Case has hockey, and Rick's got other. Alright, guys, I'm going to call no more guesses. No more guesses here. And I think we have 1 spot remaining, guys. 1 spot remaining in that grab bag. Alright. No more guesses. Alright, box 10. Box 10. Game on. Alright. Let's get that good luck charm that my daughter made out there. Box 10. We're going to rip it from this side down. Alright, we have a guy that's going to be playing this weekend. We have running back, active running back, DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift on a college football photo there with the Georgia Bulldogs. So it's DeAndre Swift. Beckett on the authentication. Alright, nice hit. DeAndre Swift. Alright, active football. Alright, that is going to go out to Mark. Mark, congratulations. DeAndre Swift coming your way. Alright, last one from the case. Last Photo from the case, box 1. Let's go, let's go. Good luck, everybody. We'll show this all the way around. Let me give it a cut. There. And there. And then a pop up. Alright, here we go. Holy cow! There are 2 autos on this. This is insane. Holy cow, it's a monster. Retired football players, Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson. Wow, a double auto to end it. This is one of the headliners. This is one of the headliners right there. You can see it right there. Look at that. Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson. All right, Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson. Just trying to get it so you can see. I'll show you Bo's auto first. There we go. And then here's Marcus Allen's auto right there. Look at that. Retired football. Retired football. Michael, motorcycle, gonna be a happy camper. He's a Raider fan. He is a Raider fan, guys. That is a big hit for Michael. Congratulations on that. That's a monster of a hit. Congratulations, Michael motorcycle. Alright, if you guessed active or retired football, you are going to get a chance here at a box of mystery. Active or retired football. Alright, Francis, your name's going to go in. Shaggy, what up, Shaggy? I hope you're well. Troy and Thomas and Dad and Will and Jones. George, you are in there. Alright, here are all the names that I see. We have Francis, Shaggy, Jones, David and Will, Thomas, Troy, that's Thomas Sweeney, Troy, and George. If I missed somebody, let me know. Alright. Let's go in. Let's do the hockey puck. Alright, let's do the hockey puck. A brand new series, a brand new case. This is box number 10, or case number 10 of 10. Alright, so give it a cut there, and there, straight across. Alright, let's do this right. For now, we're going to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 through 5 on the left, 6 through 10 on your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7 times there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. Box number 4. So fourth one down on the left here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so the actual number is number 87. Sidney Crosby. Alright, I'm actually going to go see the Penguin game tomorrow. My friend is in town from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Used to live out in this area. Best friend from high school is in town, and we're going to go see the Penguin game tomorrow night together. So I'm looking forward to doing that with him. That'll be a lot of fun. What up, Ben, if you're out there watching right now? Alright, guys. We have David M. with the Atlantic, Daniel with the Metro, David's got the Central, and Jake scrolling out west in the Pacific. Alright, guys. I'm calling no more guesses. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack. guess I could take this off. Alright, this again, box 87. So all sorts of sealed goodness with this. We'll take that. We'll slide that off. And now we've got to cut both of these sides. Alright, I think someone might have bought the last random grab bag spot. In a second, we'll go over that. Alright, we have... Ooh. Alright. 1 second. Make sure I got that right. Is it? Alright, I had the right division. Alright. Wanted to make sure I knew the right division. Alright, we have from the Central, we have Dallas Star, Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski coming out of here. Dallas Star, Joe Pavelski. Alright, Joe Pavelski. Didn't play his whole career with the Stars, but we have a Star, Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski coming out of there. Congratulations, David. That's a Central hit. Joe Pavelski. I was going to say, I think I remember him more as a Shark. How many games did he play with each? Okay, yeah, way more with the Sharks. But he did play 369 with Dallas. But I remember San Jose and going to the Cup against the Penguins with the Sharks. Alright, Joe Pavelski going out to David. Nice looking puck. Alright, Central guesses. Your names are going to get added. David with the hit and the guess. Michael, and Troy with guesses. Alright, I think that's it. The only Central are David, Troy, and Michael Motorcycle. Did I miss anybody? Alright, let me just finish. There were grab bags. There were 3 that I had to put in, so let me go ahead and do that right now. Everything seems to be sold out on the site, so thank you guys. Thomas, TQ, Greg, and Richard all getting a spot in our grab bag. And that'll help me fill in the last 2 spots in our divisional break to end that as well. So let me go ahead, put these in. And Thomas. EQ. Alright guys. So, I'm going to show you how this is going to work. We're going to go ahead and take care of the grab bag, and then we'll come back and fill in our mini helmet and our football, or our full-size basketball spots based on this as well. So stay tuned for that. When is the helmet and jersey? Got a couple of those, Kirk. Not sure exactly which one we'll be doing first, but stay tuned. Having a lot of fun. I do giveaways the whole evening, so stay tuned. If you have any additional questions, or if you can't stick around, everything is recorded. Kirk, if you don't mind, did you buy yours on eBay, or did you buy it on the website? Alright guys. I will show you how this is going to work. I will bring you on. We have the available teams, available slots, and purchase names. Don't worry about the order. We have the Gold Rush Value Pack. 2 autographed 8x10 photos, the mini helmet spot, the basketball spot, all the spots in the hockey break for the mini helmet, the Funko spots, and the sign and slab spots. Alright, so I'm going to go in, and we will do these 3 items, the 2 photos and the value pack first, and then we'll go ahead and finish our divisional breaks after that. But we're going to go in. We're going to head over to random.org, and we're going to place this in this 7 times, and we're just going to copy this right back into the slots we saw, that page we were at a second ago, and that's the exact order that we're going to see tonight for these breaks. There's 5, there's 6, here's going to be the order. Top name's going to get the value pack. Alright, Jesse with the big potential value pack, all the way down to Jake All right, so this is the order. I'm going to copy that directly back in to our thing here. All right, so you're going to see Jesse get the value pack. Greg's going to get an auto photo. June's going to get an auto photo. Larry's going to get the NFC South. Thomas is going to get the Southeast in basketball. These are all the hockey divisional spots. Your guys' names will be added there in a little bit. Charlene, you're going to get 2 Funko spots. June's going to get a Funko spot. Greg is getting a sign-in slab. This happens to be the National. I should have called it the National, so we'll just do that. That's what it's tonight. Is the National. Greg's getting the National, Larry's getting a National, and Jake is getting a National spot. So that is a look at everything right there. We're going to go ahead. Jesse, Greg, and June are going to get their products right now. Jesse, we're going to do your Gold Rush value pack, 3-card pack. Greg, you're going to get an autograph photo, and June's going to get an autograph photo. All right, June and Greg, if you're here, just type it in the chat. June and Greg, just let me know in the chat if you're here, because you're going to get to pick an autographed photo. June and Greg, you can pick any number from the number 1 through 10 except for the number 3. Number 3's gone. Box 3's gone. Every other number from the case is still here except for the number 3. All right. Jeff, I thought I had 2 spots. You very well could have had 2 spots. Jeff, you have the Edmonton Oilers and the New Jersey Devils. All right. Greg. And if I don't hear anything from Greg or June, we're just going to go ahead and pick one for them. All right. June is going box 6. All right, June's going box 6. I'm going to have Thomas pick a number 1 through 10 except for 3 or 6. And if I don't hear from Greg, that's the box we'll open up for Greg. But for in the meantime, here we go, June, box 6. We can wipe that off of our checklist. All right, photo 6. This is going to be June's. So put your sticker on that. I put June. All right, June, box 6. All right, seals starts there, going down there. Let's see what photo you're going to get. All right, June. You are going to get a Noshawn Marino autographed 8x10 photo. All right, Noshawn Marino is coming June's way. All right, June, that is Beckett on your authentication for the Denver Broncos. All right, Thomas is picking for Greg. Greg, you are going to get box 4. Box 4. Since we didn't hear from Greg, and we want to make sure he gets his prize here. Autographed 8x10 photo. Greg, this is box 4. Thomas has picked this for you. You are going to get, we talked about Raiders. How about this? Look at this Raider. Look at that old skull. Look at the mud all over that. Mark Van Egan. Mark Van Egan coming out of here for the Raiders. All right, there we go. Nice looking photo. All right, and again, that's Mark Van Egan. Mark Van Egan on the autograph photo for Eric. Or for Greg. Oh my gosh. I said Eric. For Greg. Erickson. Alright, let me just mark these down at what they got. Alright, so June has Noshawn Marino 8x10. Alright. And then Greg got Mark Van Egan 8x10. Alright, guys. Congrats. Alright, Jesse. Jesse. Big stuff coming your way now, Jesse. Jesse, are you in the chat? If so, let me know. This is a brand new case. We're going to grab a pack out of here for you, Jesse. This is the Gold Rush Multi-Sport Value Pack coming out of this grab bag for Jesse. Alright, Jesse, I am just going to randomly take two. We took these two out. So, Jesse, you're going to tell me left or right if you're in here. Yep, alright, perfect, Jesse. Let me know left or right for your grab bag. Left. I'm just going to put your name on this, Jesse. Alright. Taking this one off. Alright, Jesse. 3-card pack coming your way. Alright, so they want us to rip it on this side, so I'm going to go like this. And we're going to open it. Alright, Jesse, there are 3 cards coming out of here. One of them is slabbed. Alright, your first one is a rookie of Chris Jones. Chris Jones rookie coming out of there. It's your first card, a Chris Jones rookie. How about the next one? How about this one? How about a Malik Neighbors rookie? Malik Neighbors rookie, and this is a numbered. This is number 1 of 1,672. This is number 1 in an instant studio. Number 1, first off the line right there. Number 1, first off the line. Number 1, a Malik Neighbors rookie, first off the line. So congrats. And then your third and final. How about a Beckett 10 autographed Luis Angel Acuna Jr. Not Jr., but Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother. Autographed Beckett 10 rookie. All right. Autographed Beckett 10 rookie coming out there. Luis Angel Acuna. And Texas Ranger, but current New York Met. All right. Congratulations. Nice pull. That is considered the Gold Rush Multi-Sport Value Pack, and that came from our grab bag that we were doing tonight. Alright, give me a second. I just want to put in the 2 spots that we had. I'll fill in the rest, but Larry, you got into the mini helmet. And then Thomas got the basketball breaks. So we're going to go back in, and we're going to finish the 2 breaks that we see on our screen now. Alright, guys, go ahead. You guys can give me a NFL division if you like. Go ahead. Give me an NFL division. It's going to be for 1 mini helmet. It's going to be this one that's on the table here. This one that's on the table. We're going to use that box right there. Go ahead and give me 1 NFL division. While you do that, I'll let you know that David, that in this case is David M., has the AFC East. Jeff has the AFC North and the AFC South. Daniel K has the AFC West. Daniel R with the NFC East. David M has the NFC North. Larry's got the NFC South. And then we're going to have Lauren in the house with the NFC West. All right, I'm going to call no more guesses. All right. We have Larry in this break as well. All right, Larry, good luck. Good luck, everybody. We are going to see that this is a rip it and ship it kind of deal. It is sealed up all the way around. This is one rip it and then ship it. Alright, we have a specialty helmet. Oh, this is sick. Oh, this is nice. This is not just a specialty, this is a college hit. Look at this. Look at this Tennessee Volunteer. That is Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara on a Tennessee Volunteer helmet right there. Boom. That is NFC South. NFC South on an Alvin Kamara. And that is going out to David M. David M. New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara on a hit. That's a beaut. Alvin Kamara. Did I say... That's actually... I said David. I apologize. I'm reading the wrong list. That is Larry. That is Larry. David, I owe you a pack. I'm going to give David a pack. That is Larry. Larry got this spot. Sorry about that. Alvin Kamara. Mini. Congrats, Larry. Congrats, Larry. Sorry about that. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to give you David because that's I gave you false hope, and I don't like to do that. So David, give me a second here. Let me get this straightened out. All right, David. I am going to have you, David. Do you want a 2024 or 2025 Sage Mega Pack? Either one's going to have a 50-50 chance at an auto, David. Again, I apologize. I give you the false hopes, and I know. So, David, this is your pack. 50-50 chance at an auto. 2025, you got it. Again, I apologize about that. All right, taking this one off. Again, Larry, congratulations. I was reading the second list when I read that, said that name, so I do apologize. All right. We have a Jaden Higgins, who has shown flashes. He'll be playing this weekend for the Texans on Sunday. Torrey Horton. Nick Nash. There's something here. That's not an auto. No, but look at this. Look at that. Woody Marks. He'll also be playing on Sunday with Jaden Higgins. Woody Marks peak performance. It's a nice looking card of Woody Marks. Speaking of Woody Marks, there's a back-to-back Woody Marks rookies. Jake Bringenstool. Michael Williams. RJ Harvey. He'll be playing this weekend as Will Williams' team. McMillan's team just fell off to Tor McMillan's. Xavier Respro. Dylan Gabriel. No auto in this pack, but great, definitely a loaded pack. And Dante Kent. All right, David. Good pack. Got some good rookies in there. A lot of good Texan rookie cards, too. All right, David. Those cards are coming your way. Again, I apologize for the confusion. And Larry, congrats. Nice $13 grab bag getting you a Kamara autograph mini helmet. That's the way to go. All right. If you gave me NFC South for the guess, you're going to get your name added. NFC South. I see Daniel. Daniel, your name is added. NFC South. Alright, just Daniel. I only see Daniel's name as an NFC South. If I miss somebody, let me know. Alright, guys. It is time for the last divisional break here. It is the basketball break. It is the basketball break, and we have box 7. We know we'll be breaking box 7 here. Alright, so box 7. This guy right here, box 7. So go ahead, give me an NBA division. And while you guys do that, I'll read off who's in this break. We are looking at Daniel with the Atlantic. Jeff has the Central. Thomas has the Southeast. Daniel K. So Daniel R had the Atlantic, Daniel K with the Northwest. Miguel has the Pacific, and Jake has the Southwest. All right, I'm going to call it here. We're going to get into this. No more guesses, friends. No more guesses. Good luck. No more guesses. All right, box 7. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. All right, this is box 7. You can see this all the way around. Looking good. We're going to rip it and ship it, actually. All right. This is a huge hit. How about this? How about an Allen Iverson? That's Allen Iverson right there. Allen Iverson. That is Beckett authenticated on an Allen Iverson autographed basketball. That's going to be an Atlantic hit. That's an Atlantic hit, and that is Daniel. Daniel, great hit right there. All right, that's Daniel R. Allen Iverson. All right, if you had Atlantic, we'll add your name. Shagster. Christopher. George, Stacy, and Jeff, all with Atlantic. All right, so Shaggy, Christopher, Jeff, Stacy, and George. Congrats on the correct guesses. Allen Iverson. I'm going to put 5 boxes of mystery together, guys. 5 boxes of mystery. Alright, 5 boxes of mystery. Get 5 boxes of mystery out there. And this time, you are going to be chasing the, I have to put a little one in there, the little basketball. Alright, I'm just going to tell you, you're chasing the little basketball because if you get the box that has a little basketball, you're going to get the Beckett authenticated autographed Conor McGregor 8x10 photo. That's right, Conor McGregor autographed 8x10 photo. Again, courtesy of Jake. If you get the box that has the basketball in it. Alright, so someone will get the McGregor. Alright, there are going to be 4 hits, 1 whammy, and obviously 1 hit is going to be Major League time. Alright. Alright, the top 4 names. Alright, top 4 names. Alright, it has to be 4 unique. It's going to be 4 unique names. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Top 4 unique names. Christopher, Daniel, Mike, and Andrew. Alright, so Christopher Harrison, Daniel, Mike, and Andrew each get to pick a box of mystery. First come, first serve. Again, Chris H., Daniel, Mike, that's Daniel R., Mike Widows, and then Andrew Ryan. Each get to pick a box of mystery here. Go ahead and let me know which box you guys each would like. First come, first serve. All right. Silver to Chris. Butterfly to Daniel. That means we have gold, rose gold, and babes remaining. All right. So we have Andrew and Mike. Andrew and Mike to make a selection. Andrew, Ryan, and Mike Widows. Alright, Mike, go ahead and make a selection. I'm going to open up my other brewski. Cheers, 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 cheers. Uh-oh, we might have lost Mr. Widows. Alright, here's what's going to happen. Mike gets a countdown from 5, and if not, we'll have Thomas make a selection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, Thomas, you can make Mike Widow's selection. You can either choose gold or rose gold for Mike. Give him gold. All right. No rose gold for anybody. That means nobody is getting the whammy. And someone is getting Conor McGregor. All right. Inside of the whammy was a pair of Seinfeld socks. All right. So no one's going to be wearing a little Seinfeld. A show about nothing. We'll be keeping that here for now. Alright. What was the next one? The next one was gold. Alright, so we had him gold. Alright, this is Mr. Widow's box, the gold box. Inside the gold box was a pack of Contenders 2024. Alright, Contenders 2024. Let's see what Mr. Widows is going to get out of his Contenders pack. Alright, Contenders 2024. Maybe. Does not want to really open. Alright. Trey McBride. James Cook. George Karlafatis. George. Good player, too, and I can't say his name still. Baker. There's Aiden Hutchinson. Brees Hall. A parallel. Didn't we pull James Cook? Yeah, traditional and a parallel James Cook. And then, how about that rookie of Xavier Legette? Xavier Legette. Alright, Mr. Widows, those cards coming your way, courtesy of Thomas. Alright. The next one was Babes. Andrew went with the Babes, and inside the Babes was the basketball. Alright, Andrew, you just got your hands on the Conor McGregor autographed Beckett authenticated photo, courtesy of Jake. So send a big huge shout out to Jake. Beckett authenticated Conor McGregor. Jake the Snake. Way to go, Jake. Alright, so let me mark this down. I'm gonna pin that, Jake. I'll pin that for everybody. Alright, let me mark this down. I appreciate you, Jake. Alright, so there we go. Alright. Next, we have the butterfly. Daniel. All right, Daniel. Daniel with the butterfly. Inside the butterfly was a pack of Diamond Kings 2022 baseball. All right, so Diamond Kings baseball. Daniel here. All right, Daniel, see what you get. A Randy Rosarina, Roger Maris. Code Cool Papa Bell. Cool Papa Bell. Stan Musial, artist proof. Stan the man. My favorite fact is Stan Musial was born in the same town on the same day, different year obviously, as Ken Griffey Jr. One of the coolest facts ever. We have a Freddie Freeman gallery. And an Ichiro. Alright, check out all the Hall of Famers. Roger Maris, Cole Papa Bell, Stan Musial, and Ichiro. And then future Hall of Famer Freddie Freeman. The only one not a future Hall of Famer most likely is Randy Rosarina. And he's probably got some stuff in the Hall of Fame though from his playoff escapades. Alright guys. Last but not least, silver. Chris, here we go. Chris, you were going to get a pack of Yukon basketball. Yukon basketball. Alright, Chris, Yukon basketball. Boys, I was going to say boys and girls. Men and women. We'll go men and women. Jeez. Alright. Turn around. Alright, there's Nafisia Collier. Rebecca Lobo, Diana Taurasi, and Alec Carabon right there. Nice one of Alex Carabon. Early season Rookie of the Year. Taurasi, Lobo, two legends, and then Collier, a much more recent player. Hey, you guys are all welcome, and again, thank you, Jake. Alright, guys. Give me 1 second here. I want to do something since we did those. With that, the other breaks. I just want to fill in from the grab bag the rest of those real quick. So all the spots from the hockey. So which has us with Chris all the way down to Chris with hockey. Alright, so let me go ahead and plug our hockey break in. Alright, all those are plugged in. I just want to plug in now our Funko break spots. Give me a second to do that. So the Funko was Charlene in June. Charlene in June. And then, last but not least, the National was Greg, Larry, and Jake. Greg, Larry, Jake. Maybe Jake will get a little love here in that break as well. Alright, so it's Greg, Larry, and Jake. Alright, I'm going to bring you guys on to our hockey break here, guys. And then we're going to do a hockey break, and then we'll do a full-size helmet break. How about that? We'll do a little hockey and then full-size helmet. Alright, let me refresh this so you guys can see our list. Alright, so this is from the grab bag. Alright. Box 62. Box 62 right here. This is the box we're going to use for this. And you know what? Let's do a giveaway for this. Everybody give me 2 NHL teams. Real quick, 2 NHL teams, 1 line. Everybody puts a guess, has a chance at the box of mystery. And we're going to put out there, someone will have a chance at a $15 Dad Break gift card, a mob pack, a hobby pack from the mob, and then a whammy. Alright, a hobby pack from the mob and a whammy. Alright guys, I'm going to read off who's got teams here. And if anybody wants to make a trade, go ahead and make offers real quick for the trades here. But we've got Chris with the Ducks, David's got the Bruins, Michael Motorcycle with the Sabres, Paul's got the Flames, Mike has the Canes, June with the Blackhawks, Stacy's got the Avs, Ryan's got the Blue Jackets, Chris has the Stars and the Wings, Jeff has the Oilers, Jake with the Panthers, TQ with the Kings, Daniel with the Wild, Andrew's got the Habs, Mike has the Preds, Jeff with the Devils, George has the Isles, Daniel with the Rangers, Jake has the Sens, George has the Flyers and the Penguins, Ryan's got the Sharks, James has the Kraken, Larry's got the Blues, Richard with the Lightning, Gaten with the Leafs, David's got the Utah Hockey Club, Chris with the Canucks, David with the Golden Knights, Caden with the Caps, and Chris has the Jets. Islanders. George, are you interested in the Utah's club for the Islanders is the question out there. I'm going to call last call and guesses. I'll see if George puts a little comment on that. Sabres for Avalanche or Golden Knights? Alright, Sabres for the Avalanche or Golden Knights? David, would you rather have the Sabres or the Golden Knights? And then Avalanche. Colorado Avalanche. Stacy, would you rather have the Sabres or the Avs? I'm going to see... Anybody wants any deals? We'll give it 10 seconds here. George, Stacy, or David. Do you guys have any interest? David, you'll take the Sabres? Are you interested in that deal? Sabres or the Golden Knights? It sounds like David's down for that, but I'm just verifying that, David, you're down for that. The Sabres for the Golden Knights. All right. Let's do it. Sabres for Golden Knights. Alright, David, you're now going to have the Buffalo Sabres, and Michael Motorcycle will have the Golden Knights. Alright, sounds good. You guys are in. Let me see if it'll refresh when I try. Alright. It did not. Alright, so it's not refreshing. But you guys know that David has the Sabres and Michael Motorcycle now has the Golden Knights. It's not refreshing on my end, but you know what? We know that. It's all good. Let's go. No more guesses, guys. No more guesses. Quack, quack. Again, Sabres, now David's. Golden Knights, now Michael Motorcycle. This is box 62. Box 62, sealed up all the way around. One mini helmet break. Let's go. Good luck, aliens, and that. Box 62. Secondary seal. We'll show that real quick. Alright. Give this a pop up. We have a really nice hit from the Mighty Ducks. I'm going to pull this out. Former top draft pick of the Ducks. The same year Sidney Crosby was taken, if I'm not mistaken. How about this? How about Corey Perry? Corey Perry for the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim Ducks. Corey Perry on a Ducks hit. Alright, Anaheim Ducks. Corey Perry. That is going out to Chris. Chris, congratulations. Corey Perry on the hit. That's really cool. Alright, Corey Perry on the hit for the Ducks. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Alright. And if you're wondering why I pulled that up, they had the sticker there, so it makes it a little obstructed, but nice pull. Corey Perry. Good play. You are welcome, Chris. Alright. If you had the Ducks as a guess, you're going to have a chance at the box of mystery. Ducks. Alright, David. I see you there with a Ducks guess. think, David, you are the only correct guess. Alright, if someone else has the Ducks, let me know. But I think David is going to be the only correct guess there is. Alright, David. You are going to have to decide between gold, silver, and butterfly. Gold, silver, and butterfly. Going with the gold. Alright, that means you passed up on the butterfly. Inside the butterfly was the $15 Dad Break gift card. Alright, so you did miss out on the $15 gift card. Passed up on the silver. Silver had the Hobby Mob Pack. The Mob Pack from Historic Autographs. Alright, so missed out on the two big things here. David, that means you got your hands on the Whammy. Alright, David. Not all Rammies are created equal, because guess what? You just got your hands on a Star Wars OSHA FUNKO. Alright, congratulations. This will be coming your way. Alright, OSHA, coming your way. Congratulations, David. And that actually will get sent out to you in a box protector. Just not always do they send them to me, but they did with this one. You are welcome. Will, I know Will's a big fan, so you'll enjoy that. Alright, guys. Let's do a full-size helmet. Full-size. Let's do this one, though. Sorry. I didn't mean to mislead you. We're going to do a full-size, but we're going to do the one that was from eBay. Apologize there. We're going to do the one from eBay. All our newcomers that are breaking with us, give them a chance to check it out. Alright. One full-size helmet paired up with one autographed jersey. Let me grab a jersey from back here. Alright, box one is our placeholder. Alright, guys. I'm going to have everybody out there. All you have to do is give me one NFL team. Literally all you have to do is give me one NFL team. If it comes out either box, you'll get a chance here at the box of mystery. Go ahead and put your guesses in. We have to figure out our jersey. We have 1 through 8 as possibilities here for the jersey. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, number 8 for this jersey. Alright, number 8 for this jersey. Let me grab that. Number 8 right there. Number 1, we'll take that. We'll just put it back here for now. We will be using more of those later. Alright, box 1 is on the table. We also have boxes 2 and 4. 1, 2, and 4 are possibilities here for our helmet. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1. Alright, box 1. Alright, we've got Jake with the Cardinals. Thomas has the Falcons. Mark has the Ravens. Mike has his Bills. Christian with the Panthers. Case with the Bears. We'll go with Rick Jorick has the Bungles. David with the Brownies. Jared with the Boys. Daniel K with the Broncos, David with the Lions, Rick B with the Rick Belker will go that way with the Pack Attack. Jeff has the Texans, George with the Colts, Jeff has the Jags, Joe Rick has the Chiefs, David M with the Raiders, Shaggy's wasn't me with the Chargers, Mark with the Rams, David M with his Dolphins 2.0, his Lions then Dolphins. Roman's got his Vikes, Daniel K with the Pats, Joe Rick with the Saints, Jeff has the Giants, Joe Rick with the Jets, Thomas with the Fly Eagle Fly, and Mark has the Steelers, Lauren with the Niners, Jeff has the Seahawks and the Bucks, Kirk with the Titans, and Jeff is sitting on the commode. Alright guys, no more guesses. No more guesses. Good luck. Good luck here. Quarterback, let's go! Quarterback, oh yeah! Woo! Oh, she's falling apart. She's gonna need glue. I'm gonna have to talk to my daughter. Look at that. She's gonna need a little therapy. My daughter's gonna have to fix that. Little therapy from Mrs. Spoony. Here we go! Big hit! Oh yeah! Box 8. Alright. Sealed up. This series, they did it like this apparently. Alright, we're going to give this a cut right along the watermark and the logo. So it's a water seal and a logo. Demon. Oh, no way! This is really cool. Alright, Willie Beeman. This is Jamie Foxx. How about that? Jamie Foxx coming out of that. JSA authenticated the actor, Jamie Foxx, and musician. Alright, look at that. Willie Beeman. Alright. Not your everyday Sunday, but any given Sunday. Alright. Jamie Foxx. We're going to have to razz that off here after we do the helmet. So Jamie Foxx is going to be going out after we do the helmet. Alright, Jamie Foxx getting razzed off. All 32 teams will have equal chance at Jamie Foxx. Alright, we have box 1. Box 1. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah. Alright, sealed up over the top. Looking for something big. Alright, we'll give it a cut right there. And there. Give you a slight pop up. Cut across. Looks like it might be a college helmet here, guys. Likely gonna have a college hit. Model. Typically a college themed. It does look like we're gonna go college here. Alright. Oh, what a hit, especially this time. From Ohio State. We have a rookie. We have a rookie from Ohio State. How about this? How about running back from the New England Patriots, Travion Henderson. Travion Henderson in an Ohio State Buckeye helmet right there. Nice hit for the Patriots. Alright, Daniel K. Daniel K with a Travion Henderson. Alright. Boom. Alright, Beckett authenticated Travion Henderson. Let me mark that down and then we'll figure out who's getting Jamie Foxx. Alright, that was Travion Henderson and that was a Patriot hit. Alright, all 32 teams going to get equal chance at the Willie Beeman, a.k.a. Jamie Foxx in the house. Alright, there's 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5. Top name on the 7th time here is going to get the Jamie Foxx. Here we go. 6th time, 7th time. Let's go. Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are going to get it here. Alright, and in this break, Detroit Lions are going out to David. Alright, David. You are going to get from any given Sunday Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx coming your way on a Willie Beeman. Any given Sunday. There we go. Nice hit. That's awesome. All right. So Detroit and New England. Detroit and New England for the giveaway here. If you guessed either of those, Detroit or New England. All right, David had Detroit. All right, I think David's the only correct guess. All right. David, there will be 3 boxes out there. 3 boxes out there. 2 hits and 1 whammy. 2 hits and 1 whammy for you out there. Alright, you have rose gold, golden egg, and silver box. David, go ahead and let me know. Hey, what up, Roman? Hope you are well. Staying warm. Silver it is? Silver it is. Alright. David, you passed up on the whammy. Alright, inside the whammy was your very own pair of rainbow socks. From, oh yeah, Rambo. Boom. Yeah, you just got shot. Alright, no Rambo socks coming your way. Alright, then you passed up on the golden egg, and inside the golden egg was a pack of Sage 2025. Sage 2025 mega pack, 50-50 chance at an auto. Alright, David, you have a Donruss football pack. Alright, David, let's go. Donruss football. Let's see what you're cutting out of your mega pack. It's a mega pack coming out of here. Alright, there's Deron Bland. There's Josh Jacobs. Jerome the Bus Bettis. Baker. CeeDee Lamb on a little patch love. Alright, so a little patch love coming out of here for you. CeeDee Lamb. How about Nico Collins? Nico Collins. You have a road to the Super Bowl, Detroit and San Francisco. We have a Ray Davis rated rookie optic rookie in this pack. So opted rated rookie, Ray Davis. How about a Tyrone Tracy rated rookie? And last but not least, I Want to Kiss You, Joe Namath. Alright, hey, you got a little patch love there from CD Don't Call Me Cassette Tape Lamb. And you are welcome. Alright, Roman, you still in here? I gotta know, is Roman still in here? In a blizzard. Oh, jeez. All right, Roman's still there. Roman, we are going to do the break. You are in. We're going to do the always popular, the fan favorite, the 3 jersey Raz. All right, we got our 3 jersey Raz. If you guys are unfamiliar with how 3 jersey Raz works, inside of here is not 1, not 2, but 3 jerseys, or 3 jerseys. One of them is guaranteed to come from the list you see here on the left-hand side. Sometimes we'll get 2 names, sometimes we'll get 3 names from that list. But no matter what, one of them is guaranteed to come from our list. On the table is box 3. We also have boxes 4 and 5. Say we pull out of here the Joe Montana. David's going to be happy because his streak will continue. But then we say we pull out of here a Buck Rogers. Well, Buck Rogers isn't on our list, so we would razz that off, and all 35 names would have a chance at that, including the Joe Montana. All right, guys. Box 3 on the table. We again 3, 4, and 5 are the 3 numbers remaining from our current list, as you guys have seen out there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3, the one that's out there, is the one that we're going to use tonight. All right. Good luck, everybody. In our break, we have Jason in the house with the Allen Iverson. Welcome, Jason. Chris has Brett Hall. Joe Rick has Bucky Irving. Rick Belker has Charlie Sheen. George has Chevy Chase. Charlene has the Worm. Shaggy's got Dick Buckus. We've got Chris with Donovan McNabb. George with Ed O'Neill from Polk. Rick's got Fernando Tatis. David J with Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt. The late night commercial himself. We've got David M with Jamar Chase. Roman's got Jackson Churio. Rick's got Joe Rick, James Cook. Chris has Jeremy Roenick. Mike has Jimmy Kelly. David M has the GOAT before we knew what a GOAT was. And Joe Montori. We've got Rick Belker with Johnny Crock. Jeff has Bird. Mike has LT. Roman's got the Mighty Ducks cast. Mike has Nikola Jokic. Gregory's got Pete Rose. Mike has Rashee Rice. Chris has Reggie Jackson and Ricky 420. Michael Motorcycle has RJ Harvey. Rick has Slam and Sammy Sosa. George has the Sandlot cast. Miguel has the Diesel. Rick Belker here has Sean Kemp. George has the Sandlot cast. Rick Belker has Trey Turner. And Troy Polamalu going out to Chris. All right, let's go. No more guessing. Well, there is no guessing on this one, so just good luck. Let's go. Let's dial it up, folks. Dial this bad boy up for a biggie. Box 3. All right, so you can see this is sealed up all the way from RSA in Tennessee. Let's go. Give it a cut right there and there. Pop it up. All right, our first one. We have a hit right off the bat. We have a hit. Ooh, the first 2 are hits. 2 of the 3 are hits here, guys. 2 of the 3 are hits. The top 2 are hits. So we have 2 of 3. How about this? John Kruk. John Kruk is a hit right there. Phillies legend himself. Johnny Kruk. All right, Rick. Rick with the hit right there. Beckett authenticated on the Johnny Kruk. All right, Philly legend. All right, John Kruk. All right. Our next one is on our list. All right, here we go. Wide receiver. It might not be the only time he's a hit. But he's fast on and off the field. We have Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice on the hit right there. All right, 2 hits from our list here. Rashee Rice. Mike, congratulations. That is RSA on the authentication for Rashee Rice. All right, so Rashee Rice and Johnny Kruk as our hits. All right, one more. The next jersey not on our list. Here we go. Let's go. We have from the Golden State Warriors, we have Papa Bear here, Tim Hardaway. Not junior, but senior. All right, Tim Hardaway, senior on the hit. And that is also JSA on the authentication. Alright, 35 names going to have a chance here at Tim Hardaway. Let's go. Into the randomizer. 7 times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb coming away with the Tim Hardaway jersey. Alright, so Donovan McNabb in this break is Chris. Alright, the Truman Show is getting a Donovan McNabb is getting the Tim Hardaway jersey. Alright, Chris, this is a look at your auto and JSA on your authentication for it. And your shirt's back here. Timmy! Alright, Donovan McNabb. And that is a Tim Hardaway. Congratulations. Alright. Let's do some baseball. It's 1 Hit Parade bat and 2 baseballs. Alright, for this, I'm going to have everybody out there take a moment. You're going to give me 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 6, not 10, not 33. But 5 baseball players on one line. 5 baseball players on one line. If you guess the player that comes out of the bat or either baseball, you are going to get a box of mystery. Guaranteed, and you will get no whammies. Alright, let's figure out the 2 baseballs. The 2 baseballs, I will put a note out there. Alright, the 2 baseballs on the table are 2 and 3. We also have 4, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 8 and 4 are going to come on. Alright, 8 and 4 are going to come on here. Alright, so 8 and 4. There's 8 on your left, 4 on your right, 2 and 3. Alright, box 7 is on the table for the bat. We also have 40, 84, and 91. So 7, 40, 84, 91. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 84. Box 84. Let me grab that, bring that on. Alright, box 84. There is 8484. And there goes box 7. Alright, guys. Last only guesses, because in our break that's on the table right now, we are staring at Jake with the Diamondbacks, George with the Braves. Michael Motorcycle has the Orioles. Ryan's got the Bo Sox. Troy's got the Cubs. David's got the White Sox. George with the Reds. Rick Belker. Well, Rick Belker's the only Rick in this one. So Rick Belker with the Guards and the Rocks. Lee's got the Tigers. Welcome, Lee. Jake's got the Astros. Case with the Royals. Rick's got the Angels. Case has the Dodgers and the Marlins. Rick's got the Brew Crew. David with the Twins. Rick with the Mets. Case with the Yanks. Rick's got the A's and the Phillies. David's got my Buccos. Rick has the Friars. Zach's got his Giants. Jesse's got his M's. Rick's got the Cards and the Rays. Michael Motorcycle with the Rangers. Mike has the Jays. And George is squeezing out the Nats. No more guesses. Alright, I'm going to take our little note off. Take that note off the table. Alright, we have boxes 4 and then 8. We'll put 8 back there. This is 4. I've got a little baseball on wheels. Give that a little good luck tap. As always, my daughter either makes all the good luck charms, or she gets them for me specifically for these breaks. So, all right, we got to show you the shiny goodness. Secondary seal right there. Let's go. what a hit, what a hit. Alright, we have a Hall of Famer. 2020 Hall of Famer. Rawlings, TriStar authenticated, Major League Baseball. Larry Walker. Larry Walker. And guys, this is a Colorado Rocky. Colorado Rocky on the hit right there. Larry Walker. Nice hit, Larry Walker. Most games played in his career with the Rockies. Alright, so Colorado Rockies on the hit. Larry Walker. That's going out to Rick. Rick, nice hit right there. Larry Walker. Alright, we got box 8. Box 8. Looking for a date. Here we go. A date with one of yins to go home. Woo! Alright, box 8. Alright, so that secondary shield. You can see that shiny right there. That's going to be cut. Let's see what we got. Alright, another first name that starts with the letter L. Alright. Through a perfect game, is that what it stands? No. All-Star. Maybe All-Star game starter? Nope. Pitched a 3-hitter. Perfect game. This is a perfect game. Alright. Perfect game. This guy pitched a perfect game in front of 7,290 people. Alright. But it's going to go to the team he played the most games with, which I'll have to check. We have TriStar authenticated. Major League Baseball. How about this? Len Barker. Len Barker pitched a perfect game on 5/15/1981. And I like that. It was only in front of 7,290 fans. And yet 15,000 people have already claimed they've been to that game, I'm sure. Was it with Cleveland? That's the question. Alright. That was with Cleveland. Now, did he play more games with Cleveland? He did. Alright, this is a Cleveland Guardian hit. Cleveland Guardians on the hit. Congratulations, Guardians of the Galaxy. Rick, back-to-back hits for Rick. Alright. Rick, congratulations. Len Barker. I have seen a no-hitter in person. I saw a no-hitter in July, I think it was July 12th. Don't quote me on the exact date anymore. I used to have it memorized. I'm getting old apparently. July of 1997, Francisco Cordova started the game. Ricardo Rico finished it. And Mark Smith hit the game-winning home run. It was the Pirates versus the Astros. It's the only no-hitter I've ever been to in person, but it was a spectacular game. It was by far the best tickets I had ever had, too. My mom won them in a writing contest. So we were like right on the dugout against the Astros for that game. It was a Saturday game, which my parents never went to Saturday games because they didn't have cheap tickets for the Saturday games. So that's how I can remember that, actually. Alright, this is box number 84. 84. By the way, did anybody put a guess in for Larry Walker? I want to know if anybody guessed Larry Walker, because that's definitely a possibility for this. Alright, box 84. We're going to open up that side, because I believe that's going to be our knob on this one. And this is box 84. Let's find that area. Rawlings bat. Adirondack. Not a signature I recognize. Not seen anything on the bat itself. But is Beckett authenticated? Oh, there's a sticker on the back here. Not giving me enough information on the sticker, though. But just a heads up, there is a sticker on your bat, whoever gets this. I'm going to have to look this up. Beckett authentication. let's pull this up. Alright, Beckett authentication. We have 1W356729 and a CAPTCHA 44373. Theron Lorenzen. Lorenzo. Oh, jeez, can't even talk. Theron Lorenzo. Alright. Theron Lorenzo. What team is Theron Lorenzo with? Is he the Pirates? Detroit Tigers? I don't know. I'm trying to remember which team he was with. Alright, Theron Lorenzo. American Detroit Tigers! Detroit Tigers! Alright, the young Dominican Republican. I wanted to say he wasn't. Yeah, but look at this. Top prospect, one of the top prospects in the game for the Detroit Tigers. Yeah, former Dodger. Okay, I knew he didn't start out with them. Alright, Detroit Tiger prospect right here. Theron Lorenzo coming out of here. I think I had that on screen. If not, sorry. But this is Theron Lorenzo. And that is a Detroit Tiger hit. And that's going to go out to Lee. Lee, a first-time breaker with us. Going to get in on the action here with a Detroit Tiger hit. Alright, Detroit Tiger. Theron Lorenzo. Theron Lorenzo, and there is a read up, Lee, if you're interested, on reading up about your hit right there. Theron Lorenzo from the Detroit Tigers. All right, Lee, that bat is coming your way. Thank you, guys. We had 3 teams alphabetically hit right there. Guardians, Rockies, and Tigers. Oh my. Alright, guys. Did anybody have a Walker guess? I'm not seeing any Walker guesses. I'm not even going to guess it. Anybody guessed Theron Lorenzo? Hit parade are always all over the place. From some of the massive rookies to insane greats to Theron Lorenzo. I was one of the few supporters that felt like there was left in Pittsburgh for him, so I don't know if I'm upset as much as I was like I felt it more. I quite felt it because, you know, he's been a coach for nearly half of my life for the Steelers. In my lifetime, there's been 3 coaches, so definitely felt it. It's going to be hard to duplicate and be as good of a coach as he was. I know Pittsburgh fans want even better, which is amazing. We also have the Pirates, yet what Tomlin did wasn't good enough. When you look at how the Pirates are, it's crazy to think that way, but it's a good standard. The standard wasn't the standard anymore, so... He's not going to any of them this year, Thomas. He's definitely 100% sitting out a year. Some people think he'll never go back into coaching, and he's going to be that good on TV that he'll never go back to coaching. We'll see. We will see. There is definitely that strong notion out there, though, that he'll never get back into coaching. All right, guys. I'm putting 3 boxes out there. There are going to be 2 hits and 1 whammy. One of the hits is going to be really nice. I'm going to tell you that right now. One of the hits, really nice baseball product. Okay. One of the boxes is going to be a whammy, and then another one is going to be a baseball product. I'm just going to put it like that. Alright, so one of them's really nice. One of them's got a guaranteed auto. And one of them is a whammy. You're going to find out which is which soon. Jake, same here. Especially this is the same city that has the Pirates. It's kind of crazy how that went. Same city that has the Pirates, and 19 years of winning in a row wasn't good enough. That's kind of crazy. Alright. If you haven't yet, feel free to hit that like button. It'll bring you some good luck. If you haven't hit yet, it'll bring you some great luck. If you have hit, it'll bring you some more luck. That's what I'm at least going to tell you, so you can hit that like button. I feel like in my mind that's going to help. I don't know. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6. One more makes it 7 times. Top name picks a box. Jake. Alright, Jake. Well, this works out, Jake, because I didn't put one of your items out on this one. Alright, Jake, so I saved that for another break, and it worked out. Alright, Jake. Go ahead, give me a box of mystery guess. Silver, golden egg, or gold? Silver it is. Alright, Jake. That means you passed up on the golden box. Inside the golden box was a mega box. This has all sorts of loaded stuff in here. Alright, so you missed out on the mega box. Jake, that means you passed up on the golden egg. Inside the golden egg was the whammy. Whammy! And that is a pair of Rugrats socks. You missed out on Rugrats Forever Young. Alright, so Tommy Boy not coming your way. Alright, Jake. Inside of here is a pack with a guaranteed autographed rookie. These are a wild card because it's really down to what kind of autographed rookie are you going to get out of here. Alright, so let's see what you're getting, Jake. One autograph rookie is definitely coming out of here. Let's go. Duke. Little Duke is in there. Bennett Sousa, Brad Wegman, Colton Hawk, Marcus Wilson, Jack Flaherty. Yes, it is that Jack Flaherty. James Morisano. Your auto is a short print out of 25. Your auto is a Hunter Alexander. Hunter Alexander out of 25. Number 23 of 25 on your auto. Quinn Brody, Brian Avidano, and Taylor Walls. Yes, it is that Taylor Walls. So a couple guys in the majors, Taylor Walls and Jack Flaherty. Alright, Jake, those cards coming your way. No, I tried, Jake. I tried. Alright, let's dive into the National. Let's go with the National. Alright, guys, we have the National. And I gotta update that. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that the Larry and Jake, your TL and TH. Jake. I want you guys to. I want to know if the names in the blue hit. So it's you'll see how I did that. But we got to figure out what to sign and slab. Oh jeez, I did this wrong. Give me a second. I wrote this sign and slab. The National. The National. All right. We got to figure out what 2 national products are going to be in it, what photo, and what jersey. For this, all you guys have to do is give me 1 letter. That's all you have to do. There will be a chance at one of Jake's autographed photos in here, though. Alright, there will be an autographed photo given away at this end. Alright. For the jersey, we have 1 through 9 as a possibility here. 1 through 9. And what number? 2 is not. Sorry, 2 is not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, number 4 for the jersey here. Let me go grab that real quick. Number 4. All right, this is our jersey 4. For our photo, every number but 2 are in this one. 5 and 10 are not available. 5 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. This is box 4 as well. All right, box 4 for this one. Let me cross that off. That's 3. That's 4. Alright, put this back. Still could use that. And 1 and 2 are on the table. 1 is on the right, left is number 2. There are, let me grab the rest of these. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9 are possibilities here for the 2 national cards. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, numbers 2 and 1. Alright, the 2 that are out there are actually staying out there. 2 and 1. Alright, 2 is on the left, 1 is on the right. Alright, now it's time to get mixed up. Alright, if this was a 7th time, Paul would have the letter A, Jake would have the letter Z. And you'll see I put the last 2 letters out, capitalized for Jake, Larry, and Greg. That way you guys know if that gets picked, you'll know it was one of the spots you got that way. I don't know if you guys, but yeah, Jake got spots at least in this, so just that way we knew where it came from. A little fun to do that way, I thought. There's 3, there's 4. Here we go, 7 times. Alright, Mark will have the letter A, and Stacy will have the letter Z. Alright. We are looking at Marquez A, Matthew B, Stacy C, Shane D, Mark E, Michael Motorcycle has F, Jake has G, Ryan H, Jake has I, Paul J, JK, Larry's got L, Mark has MNO, Greg has P, Jeff has Q, Mark has R, Chris has S, Daniel's got T, Jake has UV, Daniel's got W, Stacy's got X, Candace has Y, and Stacy's got Z. Alright, no more guesses, guys. Good luck here. Alright, we'll start with the photo. No, I'll start with the jersey. It's right here. Let's get the game on. Game on. Box number 4. So it's just going to be a cut across the top here. We have a baseball jersey. We have the letter C. New York Yankee version of Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco. Stacy. Alright, Stacy, this will make up for you getting X and Z, because you got a hit with the letter C. Jose Canseco. Alright, Stacy. Alright, Stacy, congrats. Alright, box 4. Box 4. Sealed up off the top. Ripped down. Alright, how about the letter L? The letter L. Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore. That's going out to Larry. That's one of the spots that came from the grab bag. Alright, so Larry, you are getting a Marshawn Lattimore photo. Shut down corner. Yes, you did, Stacy. That's right. Good call. All right. Yes, you did. All right, Marshawn Lattimore. All right, box 1, box 2. Let's go. Game on. Here we go. Box 1. There are 3 seals on each one of these. Let's cut into the first one. Now the second one. Product from the National. Straight from Chicago this year. Or now last year, I could say. All right, and then the third and final seal. We're going to rip it down. All right, here we go. We have an autograph Gem Mint 10 rookie, Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell, the former league MVP or World Series MVP, if I'm not mistaken. Or league. Was it league? I think it's league MVP. Won the World Series with the Mets in '85. Look at, there we go. Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell on the hit right there. The letter M going out to Mark. Mark on the hit. Kevin Mitchell. Yes, barehanded catch is correct. In '89, if I'm not mistaken, was the barehanded catch. '88 or '89. It was definitely in his Giants year. All right, give that a catch. A cut, the catch. All right, here we go. And same deal, give that a rip. There we go. This one is a Beckett 10. All right. Rated rookie. We have a Beckett 10, Zamir White. Zamir White on the hit here. Rated rookie, Zamir White. Zamir White on a Beckett 10. And that is the letter W. That is going out to Daniel. Daniel, a Zamir White. Rated rookie coming your way. All right, Zamir White for the Raiders. All right, guys. Congrats, Stacy, Larry, Mark, and Daniel. All right, let me see who guessed. CLMW. 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 All right, Daniel's got the M. Nate has the C. Matt has the C. Jake has the M. Michael Motorcycle has the W. We have June with the L. Stacy's got the M. Alright, did I miss anybody? CLMW. I have Daniel, Nate, Matt, Jake, Michael Motorcycle, June, and Stacy. Alright, I'm going to put 3 boxes out there. For this one, we're going to put... He retired, just retired, the recently retired. How about this? Little Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen out there. Adam Thielen will be a possibility. Autograph 8x10 of Adam Thielen. And we'll have a new car. A new car out there as well. Alright, Adam Thielen and a new car. Alright, to get the Adam Thielen autograph photo, you are going to need to get the football duck. The football duck in your box. Alright, so the box of mystery that you pull will need to have the duck in it. Alright. going to be looking at the Babes gold and rose gold and silver. Babes, rose gold, and silver. All right, top name picking a box of mystery here. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Daniel! All right, Daniel. Good luck. Good luck, Daniel. Box of mystery time. Babes, rose gold, or silver? All right, Daniel. Are you going to take the Babes, the rose gold, or silver? Waiting on Jeff S. Babes, rose gold or silver? Small school. You went to a small school for football standards, but good stuff there. All right, going rose gold. Babes. Rose gold and silver out there. All right, passed up on silver. You missed out on a monster whammy. A new car smelly thing. All right, so you missed out on that. Then you passed up on the Babes, and inside the Babes was the duck. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. All right, so you missed out on Adam Thielen. All right, that means Daniel. Inside of here, you got your hands on an Optic. Check this out, an Optic jumbo pack of football. This is a monster potential. Monster, absolute monster potential for you here. All right, Daniel. Huge potential here on Optic 2024 pack. It's a jumbo Optic pack. Let's go. All right. Deuce. C.J. Stroud, second year. Rashawn Jennings. Christian Kirk. Ugh, just the sight of him after last week. Jerry Jeudy. T.J. Watt. Had nothing on that. Justin Fields. Saquon. Jeremy Ruckert. Isaiah Simmons, a silver. Jackson Smith, that's a nice looking silver right there. Nice looking rookie. Not rookie, but nice looking silver, I should say, Optic. And then you got Chop. Look at that. Chop Robinson rookie right there, and an Optic rated rookie. All right, nothing huge, but a nice looking JSN on your silver prism. Alright, guys. I'm just surprised that he didn't pick the whammy. I tease. Alright, I feel like we gotta do football and then some basketball kicks. Alright, let's do football and then basketball kicks. Let's do the mini helmet and 2 jersey break. Alright, mini helmet, 2 jersey. This is gonna be fun. I want lots of people to get something out of here. I want everybody that guesses correct to get a chance at a box of mystery. All right, you're going to give me 5 NFL players. Every person that guesses correct will get a chance at a box of mystery. One of those boxes will be an autograph photo. There will be no whammies though. All right, so one of those boxes will be one of the autograph photos, and we will make it a Hall of Famer. The autograph photo will be a Hall of Famer if you guess correctly. So 1 mini helmet. And not 1, but 2 jerseys. How about that? All right. This is box 1. That's box 2. This is box 1 right there. All right. Let's figure out the mini helmet first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 12 as possibilities here for the mini. Excuse me, mini helmet. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3 for our mini. Alright, box 3. Alright, so coming out, box number 3. That guy. Box 1, adios, muchacho. Alright, 1 and 2 are on the table for the jersey. We also have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So every number in a straight order, actually. 1 through 7. Top 2 numbers in this break. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Alright, let me grab 5 and 6. Alright. This is box 5. This is box 6. I'll put it like that. Then 1 and 2. We'll put those back here for now as just placeholders, potentially for later in other breaks. Alright, so this is box 6. This is box 3. This is box 1. Alright, guys. In our break, we have Sarah with the Cardinals, David with the Falcons, Chris has the Ravens, James Earl Jones with the Buffalo Bills, Larry's got the Panthers, David's got the Bears, David M with the Bears, David J with the Bengals, William with the Browns, Brandon with the Boys, Andrew's got the Broncos, Paul with the Lions, Mike's got the Packers and the Texans, Paul's got the Colts and the Jags, Case on the hit with the Chiefs, David with the Raiders, David M with the Raiders, David J with the Chargers, Rick Belker with the Rams, Larry's got the Dolphins, David with the Vikes, Mike has the Pats, Larry with the Saints, Gaetano back in the house with the Giants, David with the Jets, Daniel with the Eagles, Joshua with the Steelers, David with the Niners, Thomas with the Seahawks, Case has the Bucks, David with the Titans, and Shane is sitting on the commode. Alright guys, no more guesses. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, we're going to go 5, 6, and then box 3. Alright, this is box 5. There is that seal. It's a water seal with the RSA seal over top. Let's give it a cut. See what we got. Box 5. Here we go. And Jeff, I got you. Let's go. Box 5. Ooh, alright. We have a Buffalo Bill. We're circling the wagons. Cornelius Bennett. With the Buffalo Bills. Beckett authentication on a Bills jersey. Cornelius Bennett. James on the board. Cornelius Bennett. Alright, James. Beckett on your authenticated Bennett. Alright, James. Box number 6. Box 6 right here. Right there. This is the seal, water seal. All the way around. Time to give it a cut. See what we got. No freaking way. Wait. That is. Yes, it is. Holy cow. Holy cow. Check this out. That's what I think. I saw a logo there. Alright, this is sealed up. Alright, let's open this. There we go. Check this out. This is a Nike jersey. A Nike Clemson Trevor Lawrence jersey. Holy cow. Clemson Nike. Trevor Lawrence. Look at that. Fanatics on the authentication. Look at that. Fanatics authenticated Trevor Lawrence on the hit. Boom. That's an insane. Who has the Jaguars? Paul. Insane hit right there. Holy Toledo. Again, authentic Nike jersey right there. Trevor Lawrence. Boom. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. What a monster. I saw the swoosh when I pulled that open. I was like, no way. Holy cow. Wow. That's a monster pull. Trevor Lawrence, wow. On an authentic Nike jersey with the Jaguar spot. Holy cow. RSA with some hits. Alright, let me mark that down. Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence. How many Trevor Lawrence guesses? That's insane. Alright, it's mini helmet time. Let's go. Let's dial this one up. Box three. Let's see what it'll be. Front, top, back side. Let's go. Let's give it a cut. Whew. Specialty helmet alert. Specialty helmet. It is a Hall of Famer from the Baltimore Ravens. Jonathan Ogden. Going out to Chris. Jonathan Ogden on the hit right there. Beckett authentication. Nice hit, Chris. Jonathan Ogden. So, Ravens, Bills, and Jags on hits. Any good guesses? No one with the correct guess. Alright, I don't see any correct guesses here. Chris, you are welcome. Congrats on those hits, guys. Those are fun hits. Alright, as long as you put a guess in, you are going to have a chance here. I'm going to give someone a chance still at an autographed photo of a Hall of Fame quarterback. How about that? Alright, someone is going to have a chance here at an autographed quarterback. Jim Kelly. He's from not far from here in Pittsburgh, a little northeast of where I live, about an hour from where I live. All right, Jim Kelly. Someone's gonna have a chance here at Jim Kelly, an autographed photo. All right, you're either gonna get Jim Kelly autographed photo, a whammy, or a different item. Quite frankly. And you know what? That different item's got some big potential. We'll do it that way. Alright. The autograph photo, we're going to put the duck in there. The duck is going to be the autograph photo again. Alright. We have Trash, Silver, and Babes. Trash, Silver, and Babes. The duck is in there. As long as you put a guess, a comment, a goodness, a love, you're going to have a chance here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Chase, we gotta go running on Ripple. It's gonna be running on Ripple as the person that's gonna get this here. Running on Ripple. So Michael Motorcycle, chance here for the autograph Jim Kelly. Autograph Jim Kelly photo. You have to get the duck. Alright. This is Michael Lawrence. Trash, silver, or babes? First box, is that babes or trash? I'm guessing babes, but I want to make sure that that's what you mean. Babes it is. Alright. Passed up on silver. Inside of silver was the whammy. Inspector Gadget. Alright, no Inspector Gadget socks coming your way. Alright. Then you passed up on the trash. Inside the trash was the duck. Alright, so you missed out on the Jim Kelly autograph photo. But this is not a whammy. This is potential for a nice autograph or nice rookie. How about some Prism Draft Picks 2019? Alright, Prism Draft Picks 2019. Let's look. See what we got. Alright, you have an Amari Cooper. Brett Favre. There is a backwards card. You have an autograph here. How about this? He had a nice run. Even played for the Steelers. Justin Lane. Justin Lane on an autograph. There you go. Autograph rookie Justin Lane. So you got Brett Favre, Amari Cooper, autograph Justin Lane, Melvin Gordon, and a James Conner. Former Panther. Alright, a little autograph love coming your way there. Michael Motorcycle. Oh, I loved that cartoon as a kid. The girl with the hair. Oh man, what was her name? Oh well. The girl was on it. Penny. Wasn't that the girl's name on the show? Penny. Blonde hair girl. Alright. It's time for our kicks. Alright, we're going to have one basketball, one jersey, and one sneak. Alright, we know we're going to be using sneaker number 5. This we know. We don't know which basketball, we don't know what jersey. All you have to do, give me one NBA team. That's all I have to do. If you guess the team that comes out any of the 3 boxes, you'll have a chance here at a box of mystery. Go ahead, put your guesses in. We'll have a chance for a box of mystery with this. Alright. I don't have any basketball autograph photos, so we'll skip the autograph giveaway for this one from Jake. But still got some good giveaways. Still got some really good giveaways for this, actually. One of the items will be an autograph guaranteed item, so stick around. Still do a guaranteed auto item. Alright, basketball jersey 3. It's on the table. Let's see, 3, 4, and is that 5? Trying to see, yeah, 3, 4, and 5 for the jersey. 3 is our placeholder. So we got 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3, the one that's out there. Alright. Box 3, this guy. Alright. For the basketball itself, we have 1 on the table. We have boxes 2 and... Is that 4 or 3? I can't see. Give me a second. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Alright, 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1, the one that's out there. Alright, sticking with what's good on all this good stuff. Alright, 3, then box 1, and then for our kicks, this is box 5, right? Yep, box 5 of 100. Alright, now we're going to figure out what team everybody's going to have here. If this was a 7th time, Paul would have the Hawks and Jeff would have the Wizards. But let's get funky. Funky. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Chad's going to have the Hawks, and David will have the Falcons. The Falcons. Oh my god, the Wizards. He would like the Falcons if it was a different sport, though. I have been traveling all week. Lots of driving. About 40 hours of driving, let alone for work. So, bear with my mind. If anybody wants to make a trade, let me know. But in this break, we have Chad with the Hawks, James with the Celtics, Sarah's got the Nets, George has the Hornets, June with the Bulls, Daniel's got the Cavs, Paul with the Mavs, Howard's got the Nugs, George with the Pistons, Chris with the Warriors, Ryan's got the Black... There we go. Ryan's got the Rockets. Howard's got the Pacers and the Clip Show. Matthew's got the Lake Show. Howard's got the Grizz. Jake has the Heat. Daniel K with the Bucks. Miguel with the T-Wolves. Michael Motorcycle has the Pels. James Dean in the house with the Knickerbockers. Jake has the Thunder from Down Under and the Magic. Daniel's got the Sixers. Charlene with the Suns. Jeff has the Blazers. Jake with the Kings. Charlene has the Spurs. June has the Rap Show. Jeff has the Jazz. And David's saying nobody beats the Wiz. Honestly, Nate, I truly don't know, but that'd be very interesting. I truly don't know, though. And you know what's crazy is they made the movie in Pittsburgh, and I actually have never seen it. I love the cartoon. I love the city of Pittsburgh, obviously, but I've never seen that movie. All right, any trades? I see. I'll say no more guesses on this. I'll give 10 seconds if anybody's willing to make a trade. I see David's willing to trade the Wizards for basically any team. It sounds like if anybody's interested. The movie was amazing. All right, well, I'll have to give it a whirl sometime here. Alright, I'm going to say no trades. Let's get into the action here. Good luck. Kings for Wizards. Jake's offering Kings for Wizards. Would you do the Kings for Wizards? That is the offer out there from Jake to David. Kings for Wizards. I will give it a moment. Let that one digest. Let's see if we're going to make a deal. Alright, I'm not hearing from David. David, you got 10 seconds. 10. Yeah, Matthew Broderick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm going to say no trades. I'm not hearing from David, so I'm going to assume Kings are staying home and Wizards are staying kaput as well. Alright, guys. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Our good luck basketball duck is out there. Quack, quack, quack. Mr. Ducksworth. Brr, quack, quack. Alright. This is box 3. Box 3. You can see that right there, sealed up all the way around. Gonna give a cut into that right there for box 3. Good luck, guys. Well, someone... No, it's not. I thought for a second we had a king. We have a spur. We have a spur. One of the most clutch shooters in the history of the NBA right here. Robert Horry. Robert Horry for a San Antonio Spur. San Antonio Spur right there. Robert Horry. Alright, that, guys, is Beckett authenticated for the Spurs. And that's Charlene. Alright, Charlene. Robert Horry's coming your way. Congrats, Charlene. Great, great shooter. Box one, quack, quack. You can see that seal. There's the front, top, back. It's time to give it a cut. One cut. There's another. Do a pop up. We have a silver basketball. Ooh, we have a Hall of Famer too. Oh, what a hit. This is a big name, guys. Big, big name right here. Wow. I think he played his whole career with one team too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, he did. I just looked. I was making sure. Alright, give me a moment to try to open this. Silver basketball. Legendary Hall of Famer. Not a big guy. Not a big guy. Who has this team? I gotta see. I've gotta see. Probably a lot of guesses for this team. James, you are gonna be a happy camper. Look at this. Legendary Boston Celtic Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy on the hit. Beckett authenticated on a silver Wilson basketball. Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy for the Celtics. That's a great, great hit right there for the Celtics. Bob Cousy. You are welcome. Alright, right there. There's a look at the hit right there. Bob Cousy. And if you're wondering, again, these are just deflated. They do that because when they get that sign, it's a lot easier to ship a whole bunch of basketballs from the location to get signed to the companies or companies that are going to distribute them. I personally, my personal grief is I think Gold Rush should blow them up before they put them in the product. But that explains why that they do that, though. All right. Here we go. Box number 5. Box 5. This is sealed up all the way around. See if we can pull a big one here. Quack, quack. All right. Seal comes up over, across, and down. Number 5. There's the sneak. Nothing else in there. Alright, here we go. Look at that. Puma. Hall of Famer coming out of here. Hall of Famer. Alright, we have Sidney Moncrief. Sidney Moncrief on the Puma shoe right there. Sidney Moncrief, Hall of Fame 2019. Sidney Moncrief. That is a PSA autograph authentication too, by the way, on a Sidney Moncrief. Alright, let me open this up. Sidney Moncrief, if he played for at least 2 teams. Milwaukee and Atlanta. Okay, those are the only 2. Alright, Milwaukee. I remember Atlanta because that's when my basketball days started to remember. But Sidney Moncrief, this is going to be a Milwaukee Buck hit. Milwaukee Buck. I knew he played with more than the Bucks. I couldn't remember what the team was that he played most of his career with. Because again, I was old enough to follow, but we don't have basketball in Pittsburgh. So around 90s when I started really following the NBA myself in my life. But Sidney Moncrief on the hit. Defensive play here, stud. Alright, so Sidney Moncrief. And then this is going to be a hit for the Bucks. Alright, and that is Daniel K. Daniel K on the hit. Sidney Moncrief on the hit for Daniel K. Sweet looking shoe. Alright. Congratulations, Daniel. Again, here's a look at that shoe on those Pumas. Yeah, I bought a decent amount of them to be able to do a few more. So hopefully you guys do enjoy these basketball breaks. Is he a Razorback? That I would have never known. Yes, he was. Good call. Michael, I didn't know that you. I knew that Malachi was a Razorback fan, right? Malachi or Mike? No, is it Malachi or Michael? That's yeah, Malachi's the Razorback fan, right? I didn't know you were as well. All right, Celtics, Bucks, and Spurs for the guesses. All of okay. Well, shows you what I know, Michael. All right, Celtics, Bucks, and Spurs. Yeah, you need what was the guy from the 94 team that was so big? The player 94 was the big year for Arkansas, right? What was the big year? What was the guy? The bald guy. Oh man, he was so good, like a small power forward. I'll catch up with you guys here in a second. Alright, Wolves, Pistons, Lakers, Sixers, Celtics. Alright, Jesse guessed correctly. Sixers. Chris guessed correctly. Jeff guessed correctly with the Spurs. Alright, I see 3 correct guesses. Correct me, I could have skipped over one. Jesse, Chris, and Jeff S. Yeah, Corliss Williamson was the guy I was thinking of. Corliss Williamson. Was it 94 or 93, 92? Somewhere in that range. I remember Clinton was a big fan of their run. That's all I remember. Really, not all. I just remember the run, and then Clinton was a big fan of it. 94. All right, look at that. I knew a little something. Every once in a while, I surprise myself. I know I have a good bit of sports knowledge, but every once in a while, I still surprise myself. Alright, guys. We're going to have some fun stuff here. Some good giveaways. I have 2 amazing giveaways here. 2 amazing giveaways. And 1 dud. 2 amazing giveaways and 1 dud. Alright. We have trash. We have rose gold and we have silver. Played 1 year for the Kings. Is that all? I know he was a first round pick. Is that all he played in the NBA though? I knew he didn't have a great career, but I thought he bounced around, but I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a mid-teen draft pick. Alright, here we go. 7th time. Alright, Jesse, 2 really good options out there, and 1 complete dud. Well, you might love the dud, actually, though. That was my prediction. Someone might really like the dud that's out there. Alright, basketball. Jesse going with the trash. Alright. Jesse, that means you passed up on the rose gold. Inside the rose gold was the whammy. And that had the mini desktop boxing bag. Alright, you can punch this. It's a punching bag. It's like a suction cup. You put it on your desktop and you can punch it and go boom, boom, pow. Alright, but you don't really need to worry about that because you're not getting it. Alright, no whammy for you. Alright, Jesse, passed up on silver. Silver had the big one. Oh, guaranteed auto futures, multi-sport futures pack. Alright, so guaranteed auto, missed out on that one. But Jesse, check this out. You are going to send me an email. Because after the break, either tonight or tomorrow morning, Jesse, I'm going to need to send you a $15 Dad Breaks gift card in the email. All right, so Jesse, either email me through the website or through eBay, and I'll make sure to send you a $15 Dad Break gift card. Congrats. That's what we're talking about. Little love for you there, Jesse. You are welcome. Alright guys, how about some baseball? We are going to do the last baseball jersey that I knowingly have. I may have a case somewhere. I don't think I do. When I say somewhere, downstairs, because my records say I don't have it. So this is the last one I knowingly have. I will definitely check before next week to see if I have any more. But this is the last baseball break box, single jersey break, the box that I knowingly have. Alright, you guys are going to put in the chat 2 Major League Baseball teams. 2 teams. If you guess the team that comes out of this box, get a chance at the box of mystery. 2 teams, 1 line. Neat. I would guess good on this one. Because someone's going to have a chance at one of the best baseball players, active baseball players in all of baseball, autograph photo for this. Just going to say he might play in the National League East. Just saying, he might play in the National League East. Autograph photo as a potential giveaway here. Alright, Bryce has the Diamondbacks, Barber with the Braves. And if you haven't looked yet, make sure you've checked out Jake's eBay. Do you have a store, Nate, or just your eBay account? But it's legit shit. I like the name, and I've got it pinned, and that's takes you to Jake's. I'll say store, but it might just okay. It is your store. Okay, I didn't check it out just because I'm in the break right now, but good to know. Thank you, Jake. Bryce has the Diamondbacks, Barber with the Braves, David with the O's, Charlene's got the Bo Sox, Troy's got the Cubs, David's got the White Sox, the Reds, the Guards, the Rocks, and the Tigers, Charlene's got the Astros, David's got the Royals, Rick's got the Angels in the outfield, the Dodgers, and the Marlins. David's got the Brewers and the Twins, Jason with the Mets, Melanie with the Yanks, Jason with the A's, David with the Phillies, Rick's got the Pirates, David's got the Friars, Zach's got his Giants, Melanie with the M's, Rick has the Cards and the Rays, David with the Rangers, Jason with the Jays, and Jeff with the Nets. Jason, hope you're watching this and doing well. Alright, I like it, Shauna. Give her some kudos from me. Alright, guys. Good luck, everyone. No more guesses. No more guesses. Let me do something real quick. What is this? Legit shit. Here, I'm gonna... Because I'm allowed to put... Check out Jake's eBay store. He donated the amazing autograph. I will change the pin, and now you guys can click on that. Alright. No more guesses. What up, Shauna? Candace picked NFL teams? Well, let me see. I like it. I will give Candace credit for the, we'll say the Cubs and the Guardians. Candace will get the Cubs and the Guardians, okay? Sorry if it's a White Sox, you don't get it. Cubs and Guardians for Candace, so. Alright, guys. Good luck here. Let's get out Hot Dog Frank. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Come on, Bears. Bear down. Oh, yeah. Alright, Candace, we're all good. I'm giving her the Cubs and the Guardians. Alright, secondary seals right there. Number 9. Look at that. Look at that. San Francisco Giant first baseman, little outfield mixed in. Brandon Belt. Brandon Belt on the hit right there. For the Giants, Brandon Belt, Beckett authenticated. That is a nice hit for the Zach attack. All right, Zach, congratulations. Brandon Belt is coming your way. All right, first baseman, Brandon Belt. Yeah, that'll definitely be a PC hit for Zach. Good call. Alright, Giants for the guess. Giants for the guess. Alright, I could be wrong. I don't see a single Giants guess. Did I miss somebody? Did I miss somebody? I could be wrong. But, here's the deal. I'm still going to give someone a chance for an amazing auto here. How about this? How about this? Ronald Acuna Jr. That's right, Ronald Acuna Jr. Beckett authenticated autograph right there. Someone's going to have a chance at that. And as long as you put a guess in, all the ins out there are going to have a chance. All you're going to have to do, find the box that has that squishable baseball in it, alright? That's all you have to do. Find the box that has the squishable baseball in it. If you correctly guess the box that has the squishable baseball, you're going to be a happy camper. Hey, Gingerbread Man is in the house. Gingerbread Man is in the house. Gingerbread House is in the house. So we have Gingerbread House, Trash, and Silver. Gingerbread House, Trash, and Silver. Thomas guessed Giants. Oh. Well, Thomas, you can pick. Sorry, Thomas, I totally missed it. Well, you get to pick then. Gingerbread, Trash, or Silver. Thomas, you get to pick. Congrats. Totally missed it. Yep, I see it now. Thomas is going with the Trash. Alright, Thomas. That means, unfortunately, you passed up on the Silver. Inside the Silver was the Monster. Oh, Barbara would have been really proud of you. I'm just saying, because you missed out on the whammy. And in this whammy was your very own pair of Super Trooper socks. Oh yeah, Farva would have been proud. This says, the time is meow. The time is meow. Alright, no Super Trooper socks coming your way, Thomas. Thomas, that means you passed up on the Gingerbread House. And inside the Gingerbread House was a pack of Prism Baseball. Thomas. Look at that. Thomas, you just got your hands on an autographed 8x10 Ronald Acuna Jr. autographed Beckett authenticated photo. There we go. Thank you again. This is a courtesy of Jake. Jake. Don't forget, check out his link to his site to get more 8x10 and other autographed photos. Jake the Snake. Check out the legit shit. mark that for Thomas as well. Alright, congrats, guys. Alright. It's time for some football. Alright. Let's go for some football. We have one autographed Duke football paired up with one autographed jersey. We know the Duke football is going to be box 28. What we don't know is which jersey we'll be pairing it with. Alright, we have box 1 as a placeholder. Box 2 is actually back here as a possibility as well. You guys, you are going to give me one NFL division and one NFL division only for the Duke football. And someone is going to have a chance here at that Adam Thielen autographed 8x10 photo. Adam Thielen's going to be sitting back there. There's a chance for the giveaway here. Someone guesses the division that's coming out of the football and football only. Alright, box 1 is a placeholder for the jersey on the table. We also have box 2. Then we have numbers 3, 4, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 are possibilities here for our jersey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 2. Box 2. That's actually on the table, just in the background. So we'll make that swap. Here comes box 2. Replacing box 1. We'll leave box 1 because it could be used potentially with the helmet later. Box 28 again is our football. Alright, you guys are giving me a division. The division is for the football and football only. Alright, we've got Sarah with the Cards, Stacy with the Falcons, Mark has the Ravens, Mike has the Bills, David with the Panthers, Shane Train with the Bears, David with the Bungles, Mike's got the Brownies, Mark has the Boys, Jeff with the Broncos, David with the Lions, Chad's got the Packers, Paul's got the Texans, George with the Colts, Shane Train with the Jags, Brandon with the Chiefs, Michael Motorcycle with the Raiders, Stephanie with the Chargers, Chad's got the Rams, David's got the Dolphins, David J, in this case with the Dolphins, Sarah with the Vikes, Matt's got the Pats, David's got the Saints, Gatano's got the Giants, David M with the Jets, TQ with the Fly Eagle Fly, Williams got the Steelers, Daniel's got the Niners, Mark's got the Seahawks, Juan's got the Bucks, Chris with the Titans, and David is sitting on the commode. Alright guys, I call it no more guesses. Let's roll this, see what we got. Alright, again, box 2. Box 2 is on the table. Alright, box 2 sealed up. Secondary seal right there. All the way around, or main seal really. Alright, it's that water seal that they do. And then the logo seal. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Yes, it is. We have running back playing this weekend, Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams from the Rams. Running back Kyren Williams with the Rams. That is Beckett authenticated. Nice running back for the Rams. Chad on the board. Beckett on your authentication. Chad. Kyren Williams on the hit. Congrats, Chad. Kyren Williams. Alright, now, this is the one that's for the marbles, as they say. Alright, let's use Forest, Ping Pong Forest, box 28. Alright, box 28, friends. Sealed up right there, all the way around. front, sides, back, side, bottom, top. It's go time. 2/8. Again, secondary sealed. 1, 2, and 3. All that extra good stuff. So that and that. And we are coming out of here with a Hall of Famer. Alright, we have a Hall of Famer coming out of here. Alright, he was projected to go in the top 5 of the draft. He slid because back then Mary Jane was frowned upon in every state. But guess what? He didn't play like a Mary Jane, I'll put it that way. He played like he was tough as nails. Ooh, it even has the team he played all but the last year or 2 years of his career. I know he ended his career with the Raiders. We have from the Buccaneers, Warren Sapp. Look at that, Warren Sapp on the hit for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a Duke football. There we go. Look at the beauty on that. Warren Sapp for the Duke football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers one on the hit. Alright, Warren, congrats. Warren Sapp. Two really nice hits right there. Alright, that is an NFC South for the guest, by the way. I see David M. has NFC South as his guess. I see Stacy has the NFC South as well. So both of them have it right. Alright, it's going to be Stacy versus David for the giveaway. Let me put the boxes together. Stacy versus David for the giveaway. Let's put... we're going to put... We will use a Dad Break koozie as the giveaway. Dad Break koozie as the giveaway for the autographed photo. And the autographed photo is Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is the autographed photo here. Alright, we'll take that football off. Alright. Alright, 7 times. Top name, pick in a box of mysteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. David M. Alright, David. You are going to pick the box of mystery here, David. Which box of mystery would you like? We have trash, rose gold, and silver. Trash, rose gold, and silver. Alright, David's going for silver. David is going for silver. Inside of the rose gold was a futures box, a multi-sport future with a guaranteed auto. So we missed out on the guaranteed auto. inside of the trash, we went back to the well, was the autographed Adam Thielen photo. So that is going to stick around for now. Adam Thielen is sticking around. Alright, inside of silver. This is going to be coming your way. David, here we go. Alright, David. Hopefully you like the movie Rambo, because hey, I'm going to shoot you guys up and then boom, 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 boom. Rambo pair of socks is going to be coming your way. Alright, David, you got a pair of socks from the movie Rambo. Bloody blast. Hey, you are welcome. I'm trying to think of the order. We'll do these last 3 breaks. 3 breaks remaining, guys. We have the full-size helmet. We'll end it with that. How about that? And we'll do the bat. So let's do the Funko. Let's get Funko. Funko, Funko, Funko. Alright. This is going to be 1 photo, 1 jersey, and from a brand new case and a brand new series, a Funko Series 3. Series 3. Alright, let's figure out the Funko first. You guys, all you have to do in the chat, give me 1 letter from the alphabet. And there will be an autographed 8x10 photo as a possibility in this one. We won't do the Adam Thielen. In this one, we will try to see if someone can get their hands on. Yes, that is George Kittle. George Kittle. So that'll be the possibility to give away in this one. Alright, so this is going to be box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, for that Funko. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3. Box number 3 for the Funko. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2. This is 3. Let me see if I can get that. Alright, there we go. Box 3. That's this guy right here. So that's the Funko we're going to use. Jersey-wise, I have 6 behind me. We have 1 on the table for the jersey. 1 or 6. 1 is our placeholder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 6. Let me make that switch. Give me a moment. Alright. Box 6 coming off box 1. Alright. We have every numbers but the number 4, 5, and 10. 4, 5, and 10 not in there as a possibility. 4, 5, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 5. Oh my god. Those are the numbers I don't have. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Yeah, that's not a 6, and that's not a 3, and that's not a 6. That's 7, 8, and 9. There we go, friends. Sorry about that. It has been a long week. There's 4, there's 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 2, photo 2. Let me cross that off our cheat sheet. Not that that helps me, apparently. There we go. Alright. Well, you gotta figure out what letter everybody's gonna get. Alright, George would have the letter A. June would have the letter Z. We're going to mix things up, see what everybody's going to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last call on those guesses 7 times. Here we go. George will have A and Z. And let's see what everybody else is going to get. Hit refresh. Alright. George has A, B. Daniel's got C. Charlene's got D. George has E, F, and G. Jake has H. David has I. June has J. George has K. Chris has L. George has MN. Candace has O. Mark has P. George has Q. Mark has R. Charlene has S. And then George is running the gambit with T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Alright guys, good luck everybody. We are going to start the fun here. Let me grab the Whopper. Alright, let me get the Whopper out there. Alright, we got the Whopper. Yum yum. Box number 2. Box 2, photo 2. Sealed up, starting here all the way down. Number 2. We have Najee Harris. Najee Harris coming out of here. The letter H. That is a Jake hit. Jake gives up one 8x10. Gets another. Well, gave up several. But Najee Harris coming out to you, Jake. Congrats. And a little Najee love. Making the leap. Alright, Najee going out to Jake. You are welcome. Alright, box 6. Box 6. That Whopper's coming back out here. Box 6. Secondary seal's gonna be down there. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. Hall of Fame defenseman Paul Coffey. Paul Coffey, Hall of Famer 2004. Paul Coffey. This is his Oilers jersey. Won the Stanley Cups with the Oilers and the Penguins in his career. This is a Daniel hit. Daniel. Paul Coffey, Hall of Famer 2004. Paul Coffey. Alright, Daniel. Congratulations. Paul Coffey's coming your way. Alright, first Funko from the new series. It's time. Paul Coffey. Let's go. Alright, so we can see this seal all the way around. Looking good. Gonna give this a cut right here. See what we got. How about the worm? How about Dennis Rodman? Dennis Rodman wearing an All-Star jersey. Alright, and that would have been a Pistons era, apparently. Pistons era. Dennis Rodman, the worm. That is a Mark hit. Mark on the hit. Congratulations, Mark. Dennis Rodman on the hit. That is Beckett for your authentication. Congratulations, Mark. Oh, that's right. He did play for the Flyers. I know he played for the Bruins. Probably played for some other teams as well, but good call. Dennis Rodman. Alright, guys. Daniel, Jake, and Mark on the hits. We have C-H-R. C-H and R for the guesses here. C-H and R. Alright, Jeff. Got you with the correct guess. Well, no, that's not a guess, I guess. C-H and R. Nate with the correct guess. There we go. Nate has a correct guess. Jeff it does have the correct guess. Jeff Sanhofer. And Jesse with the correct guess. C, H, and R. Alright, so I have Nate, Jeff, and Jesse with the correct guesses. Am I missing anybody else? Alright, someone's going to have a chance here at the 8x10. The 8x10, George Kittle. Alright, if you see... if you see the duck, the football duck, you will get a box with the George Kittle auto. You will get the box with the George Kittle auto. We have Trash, Babes, and Silver. Trash, Babes, and Silver. Nate, Jeff, and Jesse. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Nate, you get to pick a box of mystery here, Nate. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, sorry, Jeff, I wasn't sure. Nate's going with the Babes. Alright, Nate. Means you passed up on the trash. Inside the trash had the whammy. Inside the whammy was your very own pair of Super Trooper socks. Alright, Farva. The time's meow. Alright, Nate. You also passed up on Silver, and Silver had the football duck. Alright, so you missed out on the George Kittle autograph Beckett authenticated photo. Alright, Nate. You are going to get a pack of Topps Chrome 2024 update. Boom! Huge potential here, Nate. Absolute monster potential out of this pack. Nate, this has insane potential. Alright, here we go, Nate. You have a Brian De La Cruz. How about a Robert Garcia rookie? A Jackson Churio rookie. There you go. That's a great pull. Jackson Churio Topps Chrome rookie. And a Mitch Garver. But look at that. Jackson Churio rookie debut card. Alright, nice pull. I know you'll like that, Nate. You are welcome. Alright, 2 breaks left, friends. It's bat time. We know we're going to be breaking bat 4. We don't know what 2 baseballs we're going to be using. I'm going to have everybody out there, you are going to put in the chat 5 Major League Baseball players. 5 players, 1 line. Everybody gets this correctly, gets a chance at a box of mystery. Alright, we have 3, 4, 5, and 6 as possibility. 3 is on the top, on their far right. 4 is on the bottom. 5 and 6 are behind me. Alright, so 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Boxes 4 and 5. 4 and 5 are going to be used. Right here is box 5. There goes box 3. And here is box 4. So 4, 5, and 4 will be used in this break. Alright, in our break, we've got Jake with the Diamondbacks, George has the Braves, Brandon with the Orioles, Paul has the Bo Sox, James with the Cubs, David's got the White Sox, Jeff has the Reds, Juan's got the Guards, David's got the Rocks, David M with the Rocks, David J with the Tigers, Paul's got the Astros, David M with the Royals, Case has the Angels, Jake with the Dodgers, David with the Marlins, Chad's got the Brewers, Chris with the Twins, Juan's got the Mets, Case with the Yanks, Chris with the A's, Daniel with the Phillies, Paul with the Pirates, Brandon with the Friars, Zach's got the Giants, Mark's got the M's, Rick has the Cards, David M with the Rays, Chris with the Rangers, Mike has his Jays, and Jeff has the Nats. No more guesses. Good luck, everybody. As long as you get a box correct, you have a chance at a box of mystery. Marble people, if we have more than 3, we'll use pot packs out there, but if it's 3 or less, we'll do boxes on mystery. No whammies. Alright, this is box 4. Box 4 will actually, let's put our note out there real quick. Box 4, I'll show you that. Sealed up. Take the first level of sealed goodness off. Show you that. We'll give it a cut, see what we got. Oh, okay, here we go. Beckett authenticated Rawlings baseball from the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers on the hit here, guys. Chris, how about a little Sebastian Walcott? Sebastian Walcott on the hit right there. There we go. One of the top 5 prospects. I think he's top 3 now, if I'm not mistaken. Sebastian Walcott on the hit for the Texas Rangers. Chris, I don't know how familiar you are with him, but I'll pull up his profile rate going into this season. He's actually number 2. Kumar Rocker was number 1 last year. Walcott has skyrocketed in the prospect world, though. Like I said, top 3, 4, 5 prospect in the game, depending on which you're reading. But Sebastian Walcott going out to you, Chris. Alright, let me mark that down, Texas. You are welcome. Alright, baseball number 5. Baseball 5. See it up, looking good. Secondary seal is going to be that thing right there. Alright, going it old school here. Rawlings, Major League Baseball. How about this name? Don Larson. Don Larson on the hit right there. Now, I need to see games played for Don Larson. I know what I would think it's going to be, but let me see. Is Don Larson going to line up with the Yanks? Alright, let's look it up, because I knew there was a whole bunch of teams. Alright, Don Larson, 60. This is going to be a Yankee hit. Alright, I wasn't sure if it was going to line up with the Yankees. Best games, most famous games pitched were the Yankees. Alright, but it is a Don Larson. Here we go. Don Larson. Is he still alive? No, passed away 2020. Okay. Don Larson on the hit. Congratulations. New York Yankees. And in this break, that is Case. Congrats, Case. Don Larson. Hey, you're not way off when you think about it. Don Larson did play for the Dodgers, and he played in not far from Brooklyn. I guess he never did play for the Dodgers. I actually thought he did play for a little bit with Brooklyn, but I guess I was wrong on that too. But New York was in the same. His time in New York wasn't far from Brooklyn, so we'll go with that. box 4. All right. This is the side they want us to opening it. This is the knob side, so I will show that as well. But the way the boxes are designed, we got to open up on this side. Let's get the Whopper back out there. There we go. And there. Alright. This is Rawlings. Ooh, I think I know this. We have slamming Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa on the hit right there. Look at that. Sammy Sosa on the hit for the Cubbies. Sammy Sosa. Alright, Cubs hit. And that is James Dean. James Dean. Sammy Sosa. Alright, Sammy Sosa to James with the Cubs. Nice hit, James. I have a feeling we're going to have some Sosa guesses. Alright, Sosa. Troy. Hey, Troy, that's not a surprise. You're going with the local. Alright, Sosa. Also to Nate. Alright, I got Troy, Sosa. Alright. Let's go back. Troy, Nate. Daniel. Alright, looks like definitely gonna have more than 3, so I'll put packs and prizes out there. Jake. Chris. A lot of people with good guesses here. Thomas. Alright, so I have Troy, Nate, Daniel, Jake, Chris, and Thomas with Sosa guesses. Hey, alright, have a good night, David. Alright, I have to put 6 items out there. Alright, the top spot is going to get a Leaf Trinity 2024 box with at least 1 memorabilia and 2 steel cards in it. Next spot, let's see. Let's put a mob pack out there. Someone get a mob hobby pack. We'll do a hobby pack of Elite Baseball. Then let's do these. Let's do Topps Heritage. We'll do Topps Baseball and some Chronicles. How about that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be the order of everybody. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, Nate, you are going to get the Leaf Trinity box. Thomas, you are going to get the Mob pack. Jake, you are going to get the Hobby Baseball pack. Chris is going to get the Topps Heritage pack. Daniel, you're going to get the Topps Baseball 2022 pack. And Troy is going to get the Chronicles pack. Alright, guys, let me put that back on screen. Let me put your names on stickers. Nate. Thomas. Jake. Chris, Daniel. and Troy. Alright. Let me make sure I put these out. Nate. Okay, so that's Troy. Daniel. Chris. Jake. Thomas. And then this is going to be Nate's. Nate's, I don't want to put your sticker on this because I'll put it on the pack that's inside. Alright, Troy. This is your Chronicles Baseball pack. Let's see what you got. Chronicles Baseball for Troy. There is a Colton Welker, rookie. A Lars Nootbaar, rookie clear. Jacob deGrom. And a Mike Baumann, rookie prism. Mike Baumann, rookie prism. All right. Those will be your cards, Troy. Daniel, these are going to be yours. Daniel. Tariq Skubal rookie. There we go. It's a nice Tariq Skubal rookie. A Charlie Blackmon. There's a Jake Bowers. Eloy Jimenez. There's a Chris Davis. We have Luis Patino. Brandon Drury. Mauricio Dubon. Kettle Marte. There's a numbered card here. You have a short print. This is number 77 of 2021 on a Colton Wong short print. There's an Alec Baum rookie. You have a Max Scherzer, a Dodger card. Richards. There would be a DeGrom and a Jock Peterson. But a nice Tariq Skubal. You got a short print in there and an Alec Baum. Alright. Those will be coming your way, Daniel. Sorry, Thomas and Daniel missed it. Chris, here we go. Chris, this is yours. Alright, Chris, you have a Jake Odorizzi, Anthony Santander, Tyler McGill, Brian De La Cruz, rookie, Josh Rojas, Sonny Gray, Jarren Duran, a rookie right there. That's a nice looking card pull right there, Jarren Duran. Framil Reyes and Buster Posey. But a nice Duran. Alright, Jake. Here's your hobby. Let's see, this is one of every, it's about 2.5 packs has an auto or mem in here. So let's see if we can get you one of those, Jake. How about Carson Fulmer? A Anderson Miller. You do have something here. This is a autographed die cut out of 50. Magnarius Sierra. This is number 15 of 50. Magnarius Sierra. This is St. Louis Cardinal outfielder Magnarius Sierra. Die cut short print. Jose Lopez. And Jace Fry. Alright, you did get an auto in that one, Jake. That'll be coming your way. Alright, Mr. Sweeney, the mob. Let's see, it's a hobby pack. See if we can pull you a special edition or something in here. Alright, Salvador Sabella, Elliot Ness, FBI, Carlos Marcelo. There's Little Nicky Scarfo. There is Dalcavante family. There is a Death of Abe Rayleigh. Junior Gotti. Philip Rusty Rastali. Castamanales War. And Amanata. Alright. Those cards come your way, Thomas. Alright, guys. Last one here. Nate, this is yours. Nate, this is yours. Alright, 10 cards. I guarantee to have at least one memorabilia and one steel card in here. Alright, that pack is all yours, Nate. Alright. How about a George Lombard Jr. steel card? This is numbered to 5. Numbered to 5, I think. Short print to 5. It's actually 4 of 5. It looks like number 4 of 5 on a short print George Lombard short print rookie right there. George Lombard Jr. Chandler Sampson. Chandler Sampson is out of 99. Out of 99 on your Chandler Sampson. You have a Chase Burns relic. Chase Burns relic. Lazaro Montez. Hurston Waldrop. Bryce Cunningham. Walker Jenkins. Justin Crawford. Seaver King. And Ricky Henderson. Loves Ricky Henderson. Alright, nice pack. Got a real nice short print out the real big prospect George Lombard Jr. Coming your way, Nate. Alright, guys. Last break of the night. One helmet, one jersey. Alright, for this break, you guys are going to give me one team. One team. If it comes out of either box, you are going to get a box of mystery. Every single person that's stuck around till the end here, one team comes out of either box, you are guaranteed a box of mystery. Every single person that gets correct here. One of those boxes out here will be that Adam Thielen. We'll put that Adam Thielen as a potential giveaway here. So go ahead, give me a guess. Alright, for the jersey, I've got boxes 1, 3, 4, and 7. 1, 3, 4, and 7. Alright, jersey 1 is the placeholder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 4. Let me grab box 4. Alright, on the table we have helmet number 53. We also have helmet number 70. 53 and 70 are the possibilities here. 53 and 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 53, the one that's out there. Alright, guys. Last call on the guesses here. Sarah's got the Cardinals, Stacy with the Falcons, Joshua with the Ravens, Mike has the Bills, Larry with the Panthers, Jesse with the Bears, George has the Bengals, Mike with the Browns, Brandon with the Cowboys, Michael's got the Broncos, Mike has the Lions and the Packers, Larry with the Texans, Jeff has the Colts, Case with the Jags, Brandon with the Chiefs, Michael Motorcycle has the Raiders. We are staring at Sarah with the Chargers, Rick with the Rams, Scott with the Dolphins, Sarah with the Vikes, Case with the Pats, David with the Saints, Brandon circling some good stuff with the G-Man, David M with the Jets, Damon with the Eagles, John's got the Steelers, Joshua with the Niners, Jesse with the Seahawks, Mike has the Bucks, Justin with the Titans, and Paul's sitting on the commode. Alright guys, I'm going to call no more guesses on this. Just a heads up, give me about 10 minutes after the break is over and I will have the stuff up for next Friday. Remember, the next break will be scheduled for next Friday. Alright, no more guesses. Let's go. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, big hits, let's go. Alright, this is box 4. This is the seal, the water seal that we're going to cut into. It's all the way around this. Give it a cut, see what we got. We have an Eagles hit. An Eagles former defensive back, Darius Slay. Darius Slay on an Eagle hit. And that is going out to Daniel. Daniel, congratulations. The beloved defensive back, Darius Slay. Former Steeler, former Lion, longtime Eagle, Darius Slay. Alright. Darius Slay, putting you on the board, Daniel. You are welcome. Box 53, 5353. Shield up right there, all the way around, front, back. 3, adios. Alright, secondary seals. Quarterback, let's go! I'm very curious to see what team this is. Because if it's a college, his current team is not a team he played a lot with. And it is going to be a college hit. Wait. Oh, it's not who I thought it was going to be. Alright. I misread this. Oh, this is really cool. We have a wide receiver. We have a wide receiver coming out of here. Look at this. On an Alabama hit. Alabama. I may have misread this for Jameis Winston, but Jameis Winston didn't play for Alabama. Jameis Williams did. Jameson Williams. Alright, Jameson Williams. Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions. Mike on the hit. Detroit Lions. Jameson Williams on the hit right there. Congrats, Mike. That'll be coming out north of the border to you, Mike. Congrats. Jameson Williams, Alabama. Beckett authenticated on the helmet. Look at that, Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams on the helmet hit to Mike. Alright, nice hit. Alright, so that is Eagles and Lions. Eagles and Lions. Thomas with the Eagles, guess. Eagles and Lions. Oh my. Alright, I think you're the only correct guess here, Thomas. Yeah, I got you, Thomas. Alright, we'll put this back here. And remember, Adam Thielen is a possibility here, Thomas. There'll be 2 hits, 1 whammy out there, Thomas. Alright, 2 hits and 1 whammy for Thomas. Thomas, you gotta get, you're searching for the football duck. You are searching for the football duck, Thomas. Alright, football duck will get you Adam Thielen. Alright. Trash, Babes, and Silver. Trash, Babes, and Silver for you, Thomas. Going with the trash, looking for a duck. Alright. We have Silver. Inside of Silver was the whammy. Alright. Inside of the Babes. was a really nice pack, mega pack. Chance of a one-on-one auto out of there. But unfortunately, inside of here was the Ducks, so you're stuck getting Adam Thielen. There you go. Congratulations, Thomas. Adam Thielen coming your way. All right. Congratulations, Thomas. Adam Thielen. All right, Thomas going to pull down the Adam Thielen. I'm going to mark that down for you here, Thomas. That's awesome. And again, thank you again, Jake. And if you haven't yet checked out the link that I have pinned, Jake's the one that donated the photos. That's a link to his store for other amazing photos just like that. It's his eBay link store, so check that out. Thomas equals Adam Thielen 8x10. Alright guys, congratulations on all the big hits tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully you have an extended weekend. I will be traveling all of next week. I will be getting back late Friday. Literally almost the same time I did today, about 7 o'clock on Friday Eastern, so just a few hours before our break will start. So look forward to that. I'll be doing that again with you next week. Have any questions, let me know. Have a great weekend. And I hope to see you next week. I'll have this stuff on the stuff around. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. God bless all, and